Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, coming through
No robot voice?
From Finland. Yeah, I'm not sure where you live.
I'm watching the highlights from Honda's stream yesterday.
Well, apparently, secret no, I think he might have uninstalled the game.
He might have. You can't blame him. I saw what happened with his 2-2-2s going against Soviet snipers and guards.
Well,
3 games in a row.
do we blame the guards or do we mainly blame the snipers, though?
In that specific instance, we blame the 2-2-2 being a 30 fuel dump that doesn't kill snipers on retreat very efficient.
Alright, might need to
And
adjust some audio here.
and gets hard countered by guards which are on the field by the time 2-2-2s hit the field. Just because snipers get so much XP from killing. Also because you get less XP for losing models than you do for killing them, the Soviet's going to be at a CP advantage in the early game.
Oh, we might be fixing that next one, well, depends. At the same time, we don't want, like, snipers to get laser beamed the moment the sniper hunter just appears from the fog of war.
No. Like with many things, I think the solution isn't merely to look at the stats and just, make it bad or too good. It's
Adjusting both
slightly adjusting. Yeah, adjusting its role.
Well, there's also just making snipers in general operate more like Pathfinders and Jaeger Light Infantry, but they're not good against full health squads.
Yeah. I would really see snipers as scouts like that. I think that's one of the best things about stealth units in this game. Just the amount of intelligence they get.
You mean like how the Jaeger...
Could even be fun if snipers were like the longer range stealth detector.
As in, snipers would generally, their primary role would be changed from killing to just scouting, and they would mainly be used to finding other stealth units.
For example. And we already have a slight difference between the snipers variability-wise. We have the Brit sniper, which is good against light vehicles, and it has the turret jam, which is and it also throws the artillery column. So that already gives us a lot of utility. The German sniper, the Vera sniper, I would see incendiary shot being anti-garrison because I think a lot of people would agree Wehrmacht right now is slightly, let's say, very slightly disadvantaged in a garrison-to-garrison fight because Maxims are more killy than MG42s and they just don't have as many anti-garrison abilities as the Soviets.
It's probably more that if we're talking about MG duels in buildings, probably just because the Maxim shoots way longer. And that's probably where its DPS will pick up from there, despite its damage drop a few patches ago.
Yeah.
Because generally you're never going to hit with all those bullets when people get suppressed, but you never get suppressed in buildings themselves, so just eat a full 4-second burst.
Yeah, especially when they get vet 1 and you pop the ability. It never stops firing.
It's like it's a water-cooled machine gun.
Exactly, and it's winter.
The thing is, would you still keep that ability on the Vet 1, or would you have to swap it up and change out the Sniper's Vet 1, like for Austere? Because if you're, like, losing a lot of your killing power for more utility and scouting purposes.
Good question. I honestly don't know. I would see it...
There are voice lines, though, for the Austere Sniper, where he had lines for, like, digging in or something, like making a foxhole or something like that. Which probably I would assume, if you were to translate that gameplay-wise, would probably just be allowing him to either go to ground or hug the dirt and go cloak even in the open, but wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah. Could also be a thing where he shares XP.
So essentially, though, well, it's either... Yeah, essentially trading killing power for utility. You probably have to adjust their price, though, as well, to be a bit lower, since you're not really going to want to spend like 300 on just a 360 on a single scout unit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, probably around 3. Like if it gets changed from being a long distance annoyance that keeps wiping your infantry at max range, then 300 would, I think, be realistic. If it's more of a scout unit and so forth.
Well, the thing is, if the comparison to the unit would be like Pathfinders and Jaeger infantry, and those are 4-man squads as well. And
Yeah.
they're relatively
I mean, it could
similar
still be
price.
that you do kill at max range. You do kill in one hit. It's just the rate of fire is much lower, like 10 seconds or something.
As you close in or something.
Say again, as you close in what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about just making their distances worse at.
Yeah, there's just
The closer
rate
you
of
get,
fire.
the longer they take to fire. I was saying.
No, just a flat rate of fire decreased to like 10 seconds or something ludicrous. So they still get the one kill. They suppress a squad. Yellow pin.
I'm not sure because the thing is, snipers can backpedal, so that's always generally been an issue.
Yeah, that's true. But if their rate of fire is really low, then they're just a nuisance. Whereas right now, you get 2 of them and you're wiping.
Well, the Soviet sniper, I think's fire times is like 7 seconds already. So.
Yeah.
So it might not change much if they're already backpedaling. Like, they're not spending their time just sitting there. They spend their time backpedaling away, so... I'm sure we can find something else, though. It's either make them... Probably be best, though, if we were to design them from the ground up, make them more like Jaeger infantry or Pathfinder rifles.
Yeah.
And then adjust the price and utility accordingly.
Yeah.
And the question is, will we get
also now that we have also now that we have target tables, you can make it so that snipers they actually do a lot better versus other.
Well, are we talking about like team weapon infantry, or what are we talking?
No, just snipers being able to kill other snipers more efficiently than other infantry.
Oh, if so, pretty much they'd still be one-shotting each other but they would be less effective against the core infantry line.
Something like that. I wouldn't say a one-shot, maybe like 90% health, like a mortar. Because that would just make the Soviet sniper still way more powerful.
I also thought of this idea. I put this in Revamp a while back when that was still a thing, where the Soviet sniper team, they had a separate sniper and spotter model. If the sniper model ever went down, well, they couldn't snipe anymore until they reinforced. So you couldn't keep them at one man on the field.
Yeah.
Like the rifle would never transfer over.
Yeah, then it bugs and accidentally gives you 2 spotters.
Well, no, it can't. It actually won't because how the squad's laid out. Like essentially, the sniper and spotter models are different entities in the files, and then the squad loadout, it's like sniper 1, spotter 1. So it'll reinforce that.
You know what I enjoyed doing? Back when Shoot for the Stars bulletin worked, so it gave you 8% more artillery range when you use the ability.
Yep.
On artillery field officer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who would buff mortars and everything else around him.
Yeah. No, but I believe it was a special case where the entity itself. It wasn't the ability. It was the entity itself that gave this kind of static buff to basically all your artillery. So when you pop the ability.
Let me guess, artillery officer on weapon crew, and you hope that he's the only one who's still alive. So you keep reinforcing.
Even better.
They keep reinforcing officers.
There was a way to cheese it. Okay, so basically you take mortars, you decrew them, then you walk your 4-man officer squad to the mortar such that the officer's model is the closest entity to the mortar, and what happens is the officer model gets cloned. So there's 2 officer models on the mortar.
I know what you're saying. You're essentially trying to keep stacking with just the officer entities over and over.
Exactly, and I did that actually. It worked. 4v4 map, I was shooting into the enemy base from my base with howitzers back when you could build them in your... It was great fun. Then they ruined it. It doesn't work anymore. Bastard.
He's a lieutenant colonel for a reason.
This was back when me and Captain Price were doing 2v2s, and we were beautiful. Forward HQ. Forward HQ from the Soviet, and then decrewing Maxims over and over again in its array.
Oh yeah, that's one where things would stack on death, I think.
Yeah, it was on the gun itself, so you'd have Maxims that were one-shotting infantry immediately, AT guns that were one-shotting Tiger.
Alright,
and also it did the rate of fire too, so you had AT gun shooting as fast as like mortars.
This reminds me of the time in Company of Heroes 1 where the pack gun could stay cloaked for 3 shots or something.
That doesn't sound annoying at all.
It is when your M8 gets 2-shotted by them.
What are we feeling like? What should we do?
I don't know, they don't want to go Spec Ops for Obers with STGs.
Ready for action.
Or I could be a bastard and just go breakthrough, and the moment I get 45 munitions, start decapping the entire left-hand side. Or right-hand side. Everyone forgets that ability for the breakthrough doctrine. That's probably its strongest ability, just decapping the entire map.
Yeah. I even use the Spec Ops radio cloak. I use that when I do Stuka barrages. It's great. I just wish it made your Stuka barrage not play the audio cue, like the made it
just
silent.
somehow
That'd
silence
be
the
perfect.
rockets.
Exactly. It'd be perfect. Because they hear the radio creaking first, so they know something's.
Okay, I'm not there.
Fuchs Grenadier are on the line.
Decapping on the cutoff. Or trying to.
Oh, there's 2 here. Sort of. Some con.
Well, I got 2 cons over here. And I just got their cutoff.
One.
Oh, you think your conscripts are going to beat 2 Volks at close range? I don't think so. I have more DPS per model, actually. Alright, time to piss them off. Actually, I know I won't have to take breakthrough. I'm coming.
Ah, my pioneer.
How much I hate Tommy durability, it's ridiculous.
You're the one that put it in.
I argued with Smith. I didn't win.
Note this up, if you want to do well in modding, take a charisma or executive negotiation.
Charisma modifier is not high enough.
Supply half track is ready for
Alright, I
orders.
should be able to get this Forces Breakers away.
This guy likes his buildings.
Forward elements
And
report
apparently I just
and
lost that
infantry
squad
unit
to
lost.
sappers. Whoops. Wasn't my own stern pioneers, but I've got the field in the north.
Nice.
Move out.
I think I'll go mech.
Their territory needs to be secured. Hold. Regimental HQ for mechanized units will be here. Ready? Granate! Over on me! Let's go! Contact! Small arms fire! Let's go! Engage with grenade! Grenade! Fall back! Get out of here! Run! Do not stop! Follow me. They're heading out.
Okay, I can't hold them off in the north, but I did decap their
Yeah.
field for a bit of time.
I got my side. So.
Command has authorized the use of radios. Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post. Prepare for orders.
No, I'm always tempted to tell the team, or mainly Smith, we should give back the OKW resource conversion in some form. in some form.
That
To
could
compensate
be
for
fun.
the lack of caches. Yeah, they have Vet 5, but I don't consider their new Vet 5 strong enough to warrant it. It's kind of now just part of their faction
Heavy
identity.
machine gun group are ready for action.
Oh no. Please tell me you have a 42 somewhere.
A42. Where?
HMG?
You want a machine gun?
Oh. You don't want to be too meta against British, just lock them down with machine guns because they can do nothing against them early game.
Nah.
Okay, looks on. Actually, don't want to go looks or Puma.
I don't know.
I think I'll go Puma just for that early AT. If they bring out an AEC to counter for our lights.
Frontline troops. Night vision Sturmgewehr are now available.
Hurry! Get to that position! Hold fast! On me! Let's go! Men, eyes up! Fall back! Abandon positions! Move! Go! Move! Under attack! Ready! Dive over! Fire! Run! Do not stop! Let it moving! Keep your heads down! Achievement!
Puma, ready for action.
Move out! Abundant field communication! Get to that position! Advance! Advance! Go! Move out! Schnell! Ceasefire! Displace!
I will guide us.
Oh, so 120.
Get moving. Driver, advance. Gunnery, scan and identify.
Enemy attacking! Move! Ready!
God damn it, I can't get like 6-minute overs out to get these STGs online.
Forward! In contact!
And eyes up! Forward! Forward!
Watch the flank! Stop it!
Ready to move! On me! Let's go! Move! Move! Enemy infantry! Go!
Pioneers reporting for duty.
Hold! Grenadiers ready. Secure and hold! Assault the area! Secure and hold! Prepare to enhance. Receiving enemy fire! Ready! Move! Schnell!
Drive, damn it!
Gear! Move!
What's over there? Gear!
Security out. While we secure the area. Good. Start on the big problem. We're relocating. Come on. Envelop the target. Not engage unless fired upon. Contact! Small arms fire! Hail position!
All gun batteries reporting. Reconnaissance by flare now available. Troops Grenadier ready for action.
Oh no. Another massacre of conscripts.
Ready. Forward.
Okay, I'm gonna try and start harassing the 120s.
Ready for duty. Puma's over there. Snare. Reconnaissance on your base. Protect the flag.
Move! Move!
Infantry! Snell! Direct hit. I will guide us. Protect the flag.
Move!
Took out the air landing glider as
Go
well.
ahead. Displace.
Advance!
Oh, they have air landing officers on the field if you didn't notice earlier.
Let's go! I'm so sick of machine guns! Fire! Move! Achievement! 80 battery down! Fall back! Fall back! Attack!
Driver advance. Gunnery, scan and
Taking
identify.
fire!
Go! Drive!
I see he's got a few conscripts there.
I know, and I massacred one of them earlier.
Grenadier, we do not have
Move us over there.
Okay, gonna go for my Schwer truck now.
weapon team. Right there.
I already got an announcement coming.
Move! Schnell! We need to displace. Group, prepare a weapon for move.
Supply half track is
Grenadiers in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Grenadiers under attack! And you say, ready for action. Smash that flamethrower. We need the fire! Go! Kill them! No! Keep low! Hold! Breaking fire! Maneuvers out!
This is it.
Upgrade complete! Move out! Quickly! We need to secure that area. Shoot! Shoot the shrine! In contact! Flamethrower team!
Ready to deploy!
Forward! Now! Now! Defend the flank!
Relocate! Relocate!
Run! Do not stop! Hurry! Get to that
Double 120.
Lay footings for Panzer HQ
Yep.
here.
Effective fire!
Gaze retreating them.
Let's go!
Ceasefire! Displace! Full back! Enemy Prepare to advance.
Fall back! Crew, stand ready.
Follow me. They're heading out. New orders.
Ready for shoot! Fire! He's wounded! Finish him! Finish him! Lead our motion! Get to their position! Move! Move! Concentrate attack on the lead! Run!
Aufgepasst! The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Close ranks! Move! Go! Advance! Advance! Enemy infantry! Schnell! Secure that area! Run! Do not stop! Open fire! Move! Move! Secure and hold! Enemy fire! Enemy fire! Assault and hold! Fill up the target. Open or move out. Reconnaissance vehicle. I will guide us. Get moving. Driver advance. Move out! Contact! Hurry! Get to that position! Killing the enemy wheel! Break contact! Break zoom! Grenadiers ready! Point secured! Let's go!
Combat unit ready.
Combat update! Advance! Taking fire! Return fire! Return fire! Fire! Clear strike zone! Small arms fire! Verschieben!
120.
Now! Oh, go! Rückzug! Fall back! Schnell! Assault and hold! Assault and hold! Move!
Alberto, I will take point. Break it down. We are displacing.
Incoming fire! Hold!
this guy is not micro in units. Ow. Not even one light vehicle for the proof behind. Because generally, I always see the Brits at least build an AEC on the field. Always.
Or a T-70 for the Soviets. Did the Soviet even tech?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any support weapons, so probably not. He might have just gone for the old days of here cons into guards into 120s.
Weird.
Unit ready.
Me and Smith also, like, if we were allowed, also discussing, like, where would the... If OKW units were to be moved around in the trucks to figure out how that would work out. So mech is just, like, not pure fuel units.
Yeah.
Like, I have a reason to build a mech truck aside from just looks every game. Of course, Ober is at the medical truck, as some people saying, like, you might need to tone down their stats for the mid to early game, or they'll just win outright even without the LMG, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I already talked to you about the austere one of the ideas.
Yeah, another problem, I don't know. You could see it as a problem. I certainly see it as a problem. Is the over-reliance on core infantry right now, where you have people going 4, 5, 6, even 6 core infantry units in the game, and not really getting anything else because all the other things seem to be counter. They're just not as good.
I don't know. I like Panzer Grenadiers at least.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
Well, the thing is, I think this even in vehicle, like there's a lot of reliance on your main line as well. You're generally
yeah, but
going to
it
need
seems to me that this is worse than it used to be. Like I haven't seen like Brits relying on 5 or 6 Tommies and rushing the brace. I haven't really seen that before this patch.
This is more of a Brit issue than anything, because at least Volk's Grenadiers, when they hit the late game, they kind of just taper off pretty harshly against other infantry squads. But I think it's more of that British issue of Tommies being, you know, way too strong into the late game scenario, and then you just have no way to push them. Like OKW eventually at some point has to start going into elites to deal with your vetted riflemen or vetted Tommies and doctrinal Soviet infantry. USF, while riflemen are good, they're spending a lot and they still have to close that distance. Because BARs, yeah, they still do respectable damage at long range, but you're probably not going to be trading as effectively as you want, and that also gives like the other player more time to bring MGs, mortars, and whatever up. Something the US does not want to be dealing with at range.
Yeah, but at the same token, the things that you would generally do, as for example, as Ver, to counter double barge would be machine guns and mortars and so forth. But a single good flank by the US player can potentially destroy that because they'll just steal your weapons, then you're completely ruined.
I guess, but well, this is me. This is why I like Panzer Grenadiers against the US matchup, just because they're excellent flank defenders. And once they start hitting like the final levels of that, US has issues dealing with Panzer Grenadiers unless they're fighting from cover or at range, and, well, as I said, USF doesn't want to be fighting at that range, especially against austere LMGs and MG42s.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I guess the one thing you could do, I guess, is, like, make austere and OKW elites, like, 8 or something for population, but at the same time, I don't think you can lower their cost. Because I actually think Panzer Grenadiers are worth 340, because if you... The STG is actually the Panzer Grenadier one's a very good weapon.
Yeah, 50% accuracy on the move and so forth.
It's also pretty much comparable to a bar until you hit past 25 meters. So
Yeah. I would also like to see the interrogation ability playing a more prevalent role in some way.
maybe your casualties would stop dying all the time. Ugh.
That's a potentially very interesting ability. Like if it gave you some more awareness, more than mini,
More than it does now.
like 2 radius line of sight around infantry units, for example, or something along those lines.
Hmm.
Or it could just randomly pick 3 units to show your whatever number.
I don't know. All I know it currently
Could
does
potentially
it,
be
it pretty much gives you a momentary map path to see all the enemies, at least mini map
Right.
markers.
Yeah, but you don't really know which markers.
I guess.
You can kind of guess, but like
But there's a chance that this could be abusive considering if you did that, I think, because if you reveal a unit's direct location, you can actually call artillery down on them. Like you could
That's
just,
true.
You could just drop an off map in that exposed area. Like, why are there airborne Stukas flying over me? You don't have sight of this.
Right, but the Stukas don't. Like, they'll just attack once, but you know, you'll call it in. They'll get one strafe up, and then by that time the visibility is gone. So then they just kind of hover over doing.
Yeah, but imagine this is we're talking about like after a fight. Like that's where you're probably gonna interrogate zone. So you got these damaged tanks, and someone just drops the off map on you. You're like, oh no, sweet Jesus, no.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
Have you tried using the Jaeger doctrine, infantry doctrine for just a lot of camouflage play, or no? That's what I like to do with it. Mainly on Panzer.
Yeah,
Grenadiers.
MG42 with incendiary in stealth. Oof.
Yeah,
So
I
good.
get 50% damage and another 50% damage boost on top of this.
Yeah, it melts. There's this one. I need to clip it sometime. There's this wonderful little moment where the lieutenant at like 60% health gets melted in under a second while trying to decap the point while there's a tank fight going on somewhere else. So the person's like completely oblivious.
That is probably another strong use of the camouflage in general, is just having a very strong unit on point defensive. If someone sends a capping squad off, delete them during the big fight.
Exactly. And sometimes even let them decap it so they think there's nothing there, and then
Thank goodness infrared Sturmgewehrs are only on the Axis side, right? But the search times.
Axis dead faction, yo.
Hey everyone in chat, if you're still here. Here we are, as new stream, this time with FortuneFla, as I call it.
Mirage tune.
We'll do that for next time. You know, I think the Panzer Elite concept, looking back, would have been a good idea if the entire faction was not also built around blobbing its infantry of one infantry unit.
What are we talking about?
The Panzer Grenadier, Panzer Elite concept design of, you know, being heavily based on light vehicles, except it kind of turned into being heavily based on a blob of Panzer Grenadiers.
Right, yeah, that's true, but they had the Vampire half-track, let's be fair. That was a great unit.
I think the issue is, though, like, when you have only, like, one infantry unit, and your upgrades are also meant to encourage fighting around in a blob.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we have an upgrade called Group Zeal. Oh, no.
To be fair, though, I loved the sounds of Vico. The sounds of all the guns there are much crisper than...
I don't know, I like the sounds of the guns
that
here compared to Vico,
Really?
but that's me. Yeah.
No, I mean, like MP40s, they sound so much better in that game.
I guess, but I think it's also how the burst works.
Oh, it's Frost. Oh, look.
Mr. Smith.
Who are these people? I haven't seen these people before.
Well, fuck
You ever heard of
them. Alright, so what do
I think we just got sniped.
Yeah, I think we're being stream sniped. Don't worry, I got the command panther ready. I'm going full meta for this.
Yeah, this is dangerous though. It's a winter map and we're playing as Frost.
Don't worry, we'll beat him so hard he's going to complain about the next balance issue.
Hmm.
You know, I don't get why people are saying the Jagdpanzer doesn't do its job good enough. Maybe it's just me, but I always generally have good success with them, generally.
Yeah, it's a very interesting unit. It's deceptively aggressive. Is how you need to use.
This is it.
It's
Like
also,
usually at the end of an engagement where everyone's kind of going back to lick their wounds, that's when the Jagdpanzer just goes stealth mode and goes and sneak.
Alright, what? Well, let's see what abuse they have.
Oh no, I didn't even really look at their commanders. I'm gonna assume double sniper from the Soviet.
Assembled and ready. Let's go. Secure that point.
I'm almost 100% sure that's the case. I'm gonna go Tiger Ace. Not taking any risks.
I'm going night vision stone
Command
gears.
has authorized the use of radio silence.
Night Vision Stormgiver!
Don't in position. Infantry fast.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
Move to capture. Move to capture.
Yeah, great. Tell me.
Volksgrenadier, ready for action.
Get inside! Watch your sightlines! Point out! Forward march! We need the flank! Enemy
Grenadiers,
operation!
target secure. Establish defensive line.
Move! Go!
Ready to move. Make good
I
your
might move north because I don't want to be dealing with all this garrison BS.
That's true. I can get a mortar and such for garrison.
Advance! Hurry! Get to that position! Move! Achieve
men rise up. Move. Snap.
Grenadiers ready!
More enemy rounds. Keep your heads down.
Grenadiers ready! Run! Do not stop! Hurry! Get to that position!
Stop the advance.
Send your orders! Breaking fire!
They're being a bit passive. I wonder what's going on. I'm worried.
Oh, it's sniper. That's why.
Oh. There.
Advance! On me! Let's go!
Oh no, internet, don't film me now.
Pioneer group is ready for action.
I think the best counter for snipers, at least for us here, in terms of doctrine, is probably Jaeger infantry.
No, it's Pioneer.
Grenadiers ready!
Well, I got his engineer, so his
Yeah,
internet
Pioneer's
must
what?
game
Oh,
lag. You don't
that's
say.
stupid.
I also had that.
Move. Move.
That's what
Well,
you
I
get
mean,
for hacking
okay,
my
I'll take
internet,
it.
Frost.
And ready. Taking small arms.
I mean, I'll take it.
Achieve it. Aim on fire. Pick the targets. Move. Snap. Lay AP mark. Advance. Advance. Back up to full force.
Jagdpanzer always seems to miss on the first shot. Well, it's kind of like the Su-85.
Grenadier are on the line.
Yeah, however you pronounce her name. Pretty much all the fixed gun tank destroyers, when they're rotating, they're counted as moving, so that's minus 50% accuracy on them.
Yeah, I have that a lot.
We should probably grab munitions. I'll go medical
I
truck.
cut them off. I cut them off, I bought.
I'll put medical truck in between the base, I guess.
attack is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Fall back! Abandon positions! Secure Hold! Assault the area! Close ranks! Secure that area! Onwards! Let's move. Schnell! That territory needs to be developed the target.
I'm building my med. Our med bunker anyway. We have 2 fuels. That's pretty good.
Go ahead, displace. Quickly. We need to secure that area. Engage! Shoot them! Rückzug! Fall back! Promotion!
We're relocating. Come on.
Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion. Spawn! Move out!
Advance! Enemy fire! Take cover! Fire and build! Fire and build! Fall back! Fall back!
Get some mortar pit.
Infantry group lost!
Not engage unless fired upon. Target captured. Move out! No enemy contact.
Assembled and let's go! Guns at the ready.
I'll probably go flak track. Or I might just
It's coming up.
Aufgepasst! The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
GCC, prepare to advance.
marking your pioneers down south.
Mm-hmm, I know. To go in.
Has arrived on the battlefield.
Start throwing the flame grenades on it.
Oh, what? The mortar just two-shot my 222 on that right? Huh. That's too bad.
Overt tactics now available to frontline troops. Night vision Sturmgewehr are now
Oh,
available.
technical counters.
Support
I'm calling
plan
BS on
ready for
that.
action.
No pin.
Disengage!
We got a shot coming up to take care of the pit.
What? Oh.
Reconnaissance by flares now available.
Some grenade whacked me. I saw.
Secure support! On me! Take it down.
Move out!
Oh yeah, I got another sniper.
Set position.
Mortars?
This time with a more.
Advance on
Displacing!
Going tier 3.
Do not engage unless fired upon.
complete. Storm's in position. Storm!
Cooper, prepare for orders. Move out!
Contact! Enemy
Squad! Moving! Back to full strength.
relocate! Enemy
Taking us!
Forward march.
Ready!
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to counter Frost with night vision Sturmgewehrs.
Doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
Well, I've already locked into the doctrine, so it's gonna happen anyway.
Maintains in position.
Get inside! Hurry! Get to that position! Men are focused on concentrate attack onto these elements! On me!
Third sniper right now.
Run! Do not stop! Hurry! Get to that position! No fucking go! Move out! Stay! Go down! Go! Motion! Fall back! Abandon positions!
Ready to move. Make the control weapons.
Cover combat bonus. What is that again? Land mattress?
Oh yeah, Land Mattress Doctrine.
Oh boy, can't.
Yeah, command vehicle on the AEC. Actually, so no Land Mattress.
If it's Vanguard, I guess?
Either with that or the Royal Engineer Doctrine.
Hmm. No. There's 2 snipers still.
Heavy machine
He's
gun
got
team
like
ready
5
for battle.
snipers so far. Holy.
Well, at least we got all the munitions that we need.
Ceasefire! Displace!
Oh, these snipers though, so annoying.
Objective secure! Moving!
Supply half track is ready for orders.
He's built at least 4, maybe 5 this round so far.
Well, that's why he has like no other presence. At least.
What's your Volk's top VP? They gon' die.
Quickly! We need to secure that area.
We made it.
Oh, that's right.
Move! Go! Ready! Ceasefire! Displace!
Don't want to be caught
Group,
unprepared.
ready! Lay footings for Panzer HQ here.
Group, disperse the squad there. Prepare to advance. Proceed into the... Samuel, Panzerschreck Center. Not leave. Panzer, commence enemy assault.
Taking infantry fire! Getting closer! What the fuck? Regroup! Ready! Fire! Right! Hit down! 18! Commence!
There's no hold fire button for the
Into the
stormtroopers.
headquarters building.
Really? There should be.
Oh, there it is. Never mind, it was hiding. It's because I'm Elite Doctrine. The concussion nade replaced it.
Relocate! Relocate! Get out of here! Stop!
Unit ready.
Establish defensive positions. Check equipment. Weapon check onto panel.
Getting a P4.
Attention! Final check. Let's go. Guns at the ready. Watch the flank. Stay together.
No, you spooked it. Oh, there you go.
Combat unit ready.
How am I not shielded from that damn thing?
Ready! Contact! Fire mission! Fire! Moving! Captain oblique! Fall back! Taking attack! Night side stop! I want flank cover! Hurry! Get to that position! Form up. Move position. Panzer Shrek to support. Squad down. Ready yourself. Taking effective fire! On me! Let's go! Under fire over here! Christ, that's close! Secure and hold! Assault the area! Assault and hold! Contact! Return fire! Target! Enemy gun!
Ready for possible counter.
We need to move!
Come on, internet, hold together.
This is it.
Oh, those poor conscripts. Probably go Panther.
Oh crap, these AT grenades. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
2 balls just pretty much take P4 out of me.
There! Secure that point!
Stand ready, get those assault rifles in lead. Move out. Enemy is alerted to our presence. Prepare for counter-strike. Structure is up. Dispatcher at the capture point. Final check. Move quickly. Shoot only if necessary.
Oh.
Make sure your storm form up. The storm rifle up.
Oh, I'll replace that one then.
Counter-command tanks have reached
If
the
nothing
front.
else works, I'll at
Deploy
least
as
have a Tiger
needed.
Ace out
Ready
eventually.
for action.
Boss! Run! Do not stop! Go! Move out! Schnell!
I'm dropping smoke. My units moving. I'll just send you theirs.
Ready! Assault and hold! Follow me! Fire! Fire! Taking fire! Send orders! Move out! Schnell! Hurry! Get to that position! Engage! Under fire! Make contact! Fall back! Fall back! Abandon positions! Combat promotion! No! Get out of here!
We stand at 300 points.
Pumper! Prepare for action. Panzerschreck. Rückzug! Bis
Driver, advance and report. Look, get us moving immediately.
Achtung! Ready weapons.
Stow loose gear. Move out, driver.
That's an order. We need to move.
Target on fire! Target on fire!
Set up defensive line when we reach the objective.
Keep following me! Get us out of here! Drive! Drive! Keep us out! Keep us out! Stop! Maintain position! Enemy! D-42! Ready!
Point out. Forward
I'm not sure what he was doing that T-34 leg spike. Take it.
Driver,
Yeah, slight lag spike there.
proceed forward. Driver! Contact!
ABRE.
Oh, ABRE.
Move it! Move it!
Oh, we'll probably need artillery then to clear the support line, like heavy artillery or something.
Oh, I went Tiger Ace. I'll have that eventually, I guess.
I guess I'll go back for Mac. Start working my way toward the King Tiger.
Let's go!
Yeah, sounds good.
know we are there when the position is ours.
Ceasefire!
Be ready for anything.
The battle is about to come. So bet on the gate!
Supply hubcatter is ready for orders.
Shot ABRE coming in. Oh, missed him.
Stow loose gear. Move out, driver.
Sometimes bypassing.
Panzer! Taking fire! Get moving!
Oh, tank hunters, back away.
Get moving! Prepare! Maneuver! Out of the strike zone! Forward! Push forward! Move it! Move it!
There went people. What's your truck doing up there?
Oh, I should probably get it to do something.
Yes.
That rally was.
Watch for those
I
cons.
would if my game would stop lagging.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Nice, another one wipe.
Hold. Regimental HQ for mechanized units will be here.
Oh, this is mine.
It's time for action. Driver, let's go. Verschieben.
Avery coming back mid.
Driver, press forward.
Break it down. We are displaced.
Move us out of here.
Contact!
Maintain this position.
Send!
Aufgepasst! The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Open order until we reach.
Machine gun attacking us! There! Secure that point!
Driver,
Tell me where you need flares. If you need any.
Positions. Panzer Schreckers. Not engage unless fired upon.
it's time for action. Stow loose gear.
Also, repair truck's ready to go.
Panther, ready to move.
Relocate! Relocate! Move! Go! Displacing! Ready! Working! Three of theirs will die! Auto promotion!
Do not stop! Check the that area. Prepare to advance on that point.
That's it!
One back.
Do not be caught! What's happening? Ready to go!
It's time for action. Taking fire!
Grenade! Hold!
Dominate's coming to bomb mid.
Get to march! Protect the flank!
All units initiate radio silence. Initiate radio silence. Command out.
Watch out for mines.
I wonder if you noticed that radio silence on.
Avery mid.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Infantry attacking in force! Field promotion! Ready to... Seize the piece! Flanking attack!
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Ceasefire! Displace!
What do I need now? I just lost the Panther.
Oh, there. Oh, I hate snipers.
Command has authorized the use of radio silence.
You think it's best to get artillery at this point for our own?
I'm getting a Panther. I could get Panzer Warfers too, though, I suppose. Should I get that instead?
I might just go Stuka for the harder hitting.
Okay.
And work on like a broom bar or something.
Ready, Panzerschreck. Look, move out. Oh, ready! It's just so... Target. Starting fire.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Close ranks! Repel!
I do not envy you up there with those snipers.
Contact! Small arms fire! Break contact! Regroup! Regroup! Keep it up! Say again! Arms down! Move to set position! Training and discipline! Use it!
Move the pack on back.
Can't, too late.
Ready! Veteran Z!
Its main gun is disabled.
Let's go! Hurry!
I guess it's a good time to push it then. If I need to put 2 shells off.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, my Panther's out now too.
Onwards, let's move.
All units initiate radio silence. Initiate radio silence. Come on.
AVRE has no gun, it can't do anything. Push. Oh, Firefly on.
My stormtroopers.
Displays to that location.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Moving! About to move. I will take point.
I'm trying to sneak in from the base.
Stoppen! Maintain position! Rocket barrage. Sergeant reverse. Zum Angriff. Orders complete. Move out.
Command has authorized the use of radio silence.
Make sure your Sturmgewehr gets those assault rifles in lead.
Move out.
Who wants a Bren gun?
Yeah.
Ceasefire! Displace!
Ready! Watch the flanks. Stay together.
Ready to move. Make to control your weapons. Form up. Move position.
Check those stops.
Move orders. Let's go. Hurry.
Final check. Form up.
Grenadiers back top front. Strength.
Only
Under attack!
behind the enemy lines.
Follow me! Displacing! Granada! Get down! Moving! Everyone, pull back! Taking fire! Samu.
Panzerschreck center. On lead.
Ready! When the point is captured, I want flank security established.
Oh no, those 4 conscripts.
You noticed. He didn't.
Defensive positions during capture.
Watch it, Storms. Probably going to save up for the King Tiger now, which is so for VP control.
anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
Watch your cat down.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it was worth the sacrifice.
Take it down. We are displacing. Shoot! Oh, go! Assault under attack! On me! Let's go!
Watch mid.
Let's go!
Yeah,
What behavior are you
I
going
gotta
to?
bring my ogres back.
Oh
in.
no. Shit.
Protect the flank!
I want flank cover.
Oh no.
Forward elements report and infantry unit lost.
Got an AT gun and a sniper.
Oh, back to the med.
Relocate! Landing! Displacing!
Receiving effective fire! Get them the fuck out of here!
Receiving effective fire!
Forward! Forward!
Enemy don't see us! Oh, ready! Moving! I'm ready!
Mission accomplished. Get those assault rifles in lead. On! Forward! Crew stand ready.
Achtung! Probing barrage commencing.
Taking fire!
Chef! You are now! Chef! Go to area! Engage! Go! Go! No strength! Prepare for counter-assault!
Prepare. Move out. Rocket barrage. Search and traverse. Zoom.
Make ready, Panzer Shred.
Completed.
The fighting has lowered the enemy
All
down
of their
to
armor's in
200
mid.
points.
British armor is.
Yeah, snipers up north.
All gun batteries reporting. Reconnaissance by
Got another
flare
sniper.
now available.
Warfare's just worthing.
Yep.
Crew, stand ready. Prepare to move.
Relocate! Relocate! Achtung! Schnell!
20 more and I'll have the King Tiger on the field.
Make sure your Sturmgewehr
Sweet.
into advance. Sturmgewehr will suppress in contact.
This is not a combat. Stay close across the lines. Taking Panzer fire! Move! Go! Let's break it down. We are displacing. Auf Command. Advanced fire only. Stay together. Displacing. Take them out. Do not stop! Flank cover! Enemy movement! On the flank! Flank contact! Fall back! Abandon positions! Taking effective fire! Flanking attack! Advance! Advance! Hostile fire!
Check those Sturm.
Watch the flank. Stay together. Prepare to execute orders.
Battery! Move! Go!
Task complete.
King Tiger ready. Direct as needed.
MG down! Ready!
initiate radio silence. Initiate radio silence. Command out.
I can't even get in closer right because of all the AT rifles.
No, mine's are just focused more for pure DPs.
Ready for action. Go ahead.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Rocket barrage. Start receiving enemy. Enemy infantry. Follow me. Task complete. Attain veteran status. Relocate. Relocate. Hurry. Get to that position.
Command has authorized the use of radio silence.
I got Tiger Ace coming in. I mean, out on the field already.
Get the Firefly first.
An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Oh well, Firefly's dead already.
Watch it, AT comes. Now then.
Enemy down to 100 points.
Check those storm rifle magazines. I don't want stoppages.
What? Faust missed.
Oh, it's dead anyways.
That's strange.
Yeah, Faust will always be that mystery we can't seem to figure out.
We lost a gun crew.
Let's go. Hurry.
The sniper's moving on to the VP.
Field reports indicate the enemy is left with only 75 points.
Unit ready. Squad, forward. Laying it down.
All units initiate radio silence. Initiate radio silence. Command out.
Oh, you're trying to hide from my oversoul action, right? I can see you.
That's all of his snipers dead. Ah, feels so good.
They're coming through the center.
Radio silence has been lifted. Units are now visible to the enemy.
Just one rocket.
Push your attack. They are down to 50 points.
Dead.
Check those storm rifle magazines.
Send your orders.
command has authorized the use of radio silence.
Infantry assault! Fire shoots! Ceasefire! Displace!
Jeez, it bounces off your tiger, but it doesn't bounce off my king tiger? What is it? Or I mean like
Sloped armors, I meant.
sloped armor can't stop steel beams.
Forming artillery barrage has begun.
Should probably use this thing, it's still standing around.
We lost a gun crew. They have 25 points remaining. Victory is at hand.
Enemy flanking us! Granate! Combat promotion! Received!
A gun crew has been lost.
Only took 40 minutes to get this match done. Well, this is probably like one of the longer maps that you can fight on.
Assault the area!
Like no way to end this game quickly.
Enemy squad down! Follow me!
All gun batteries reporting. Reconnaissance by flare now available.
Send orders! Move! Schnell!
Onwards! Let's move!
Ready! Run! Get moving! Go!
Achtung! They only have 10 points remaining.
Prepare for storm and hold! Move! Shoot it! To arms! Move!
Quarters worked out pretty well.
Under fire! Get moving! Follow me! Taking fire! Heavy machine gun team! On me! Let's go!
Cease action! The battle has been won.
There's one. I guess the Obers did have an advantage over the Tommies just because it was a more urban map down south.
Yeah.
In Sturmgewehrs. Oh, you have a cover bonus.
Oh.
I ignore your cover bonus. I'm sorry about that.
Prepare for order! Go!
That was pretty good. Actually killed a couple of snipers with my Panzerwerf. That was surprising.
Those weren't even like short range barrages.
No, max range.
Well, you
I
only
did
need
max
one
range.
rocket to hit the sniper to get its cost back. To kill a sniper model, so. Well,
I mean,
no, you need half a rocket
gotta
to kill
remember
a
the field.
sniper.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Don't mind if we do that again. Without the lag, though. I wonder what the lag was called.
I don't know, mate. Apparently the servers went down today, so. It's Patch Tuesdays, they call it. I mean, it seems like everyone but Relic patches on a Tuesday. And even Relic will at least generally they do it a day after, so.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to do it in the weekend?
Because no one's at work, unless you're one of those weird companies. What does my friend say? Rainbow Siege tonight, possibly. Maybe I need to put Firestorm and Luftwaffe. Well, Firestorm back in, but maybe it's too meta. What rank are you?
Firestorm.
I have no idea. Can I even check it from here? Let me see. As axis, do I even have Fortune on here? 2v2 with
What?
Fortune. Well, people are asking on the chat, like, what rank are you guys? Apparently, we're rank 70. At least in 2v2 as allies. As Axis, we're rank 47.
47 is Axis. Yeah, that's not
and our
bad.
win ratio is 93, and for allies, it's at 80. Too much noob stomping, clearly.
I mean, to be fair, we just beat those guys were good. They knew what they were doing. They specifically went for the cheese with snipers.
Oh yeah, but we also killed like a sniper very early. Like with piles out of all things. Network lag, our greatest ally against these sniper spams. Sniper spam's probably a thing now. I'm thinking why it came back is, aside from the PTRS, it's probably from the fact that Soviets have an actual screening unit now, aside from just more penals. And you just brute force with penals in general, so why go snipers?
I mean, you could just go double sniper into 4 guards. That works.
Brits seem quite challenging me. Yeah, Brits are no fun to fight.
No.
The only time they actually die fast is when you have Sturmgewehrs in their face point blank, or you have Vet 5 Obers.
Yeah, their grenades are stupidly good.
Seem challenging? No, playing them, he means? Well, I guess they're super turtley, but they're no fun to fight, at least. Why does Ost goes double mortar against them for a reason?
Well, triple, but one of them got stolen.
I guess that too. It's either mortar spam or MG spam against the Brits. And maybe a Grenadier to Faust to UC that comes near.
Right.
Because Brits can't tack into machine guns early game. They just can't. Oh yeah, Brits are not... Which is why I just stated, Brits are terrible against the camp honey nuts. Did you disconnect, Fortune? No, I think my Steam just reactivated after going offline.
Yeah, it seems like funny things going on right now.
AVRE command vehicle is a mistake. Well, it's a pain to... It's probably like the hardest command vehicle to kill, though. And you don't really lose as much from it compared to everything else. I remember Frost putting command vehicle on a Comet. That thing only got the Vet 1 after about 30 minutes into the game. It just could do nothing. Brits are most likely the easiest faction to play with? Maybe? I don't know. Because if you're trying to take map control, like if you're just a complete newbie, Ace of Titanium, I don't think a newbie would have fun with the fact that indirect fire is going to be your bane in the early game. You have a lot of resources.
I'm watching Tenchi and his teammate play 2v2 and he's getting railed by Katyusha spam.
And they're not willing to throw a sacrificial 2-2-2? Or sacrificial Puma? Or is it one of those maps you can't flank?
Don't know, but this looks messy.
Oh no. No, now I'm hearing all these things about like now the Katyusha is broken. Like what the heck changed on Katyusha? To be broken, it's been like this for now 2 years with no changes?
I miss Katyusha having precision strike.
I miss Katyusha having 160 damage. That was stupid. Who thought that was a good idea? We're gonna make these things do as much damage as tank shells, and the OKW truck only has like 1000 HP. The Katyusha has always... Well, the Katyusha has always been a decent to strong artillery unit. Panzerwerfer is in the weird realm. It either does nothing, or it just murders everyone in the target zone in one go.
I could see JU with 7AT stripes and flares being a counter to Katyushas easily.
Well, yeah, but depends if they're not in the... But yeah, I guess that is a counter.
It doesn't matter if they're in the base or not, because you can target at the very edge of the base zone, and it still shuts them down if nothing.
I don't. Oz probably had. I don't know. What do you think's better to throw away for Katyusha hunting? The 222 or the Puma?
222 easily. And if you're gonna lose one of them, you're asking, which one would be less harmful to lose, 222. But I think Puma is more solid and
It's
actually
more
getting
likely to actually kill the Katyusha off.
Yeah, because it only takes one hit.
One hit and probably the machine gun burst will kill it. I got 61 kills in a Katyusha in 31 minutes some other day against some campers in Red Ball. Well, there's your problem. It's Red Ball Express.
And against campers. I shot at an enemy who did nothing about it, and I got a lot of kills.
I claim moral
I'm
victory.
still waiting for the point.
I killed a 222 with a mortar pit and a flak half-track with grenade.
Yeah, my 222 tied to the mortar pit at mid range.
Yeah, that...
Just sitting there with 80% health and boom.
What?
It was
Come on,
not
Smith.
good.
Why does the ISG get like a minimum range of 40 and the mortar pit gets like a minimum range of 20 to 30? Come on.
Tenchi, no. He's flanking with an Ostwind to kill the Katyushas. He pulled it off, but the Ostwind's main gun got destroyed, so he's now trying to kill him with his machine gun.
This is why you throw 222. This is you probably want it. This is why you throw 222s at it. No, Mr. Smith, that was fighting as you see there. It pretty much took Vet 5 overs to start killing your Tommies really reasonably well, or Stormtroopers.
9 VPs to 438. That's just wrong. Tenchi, no.
Why are they at 9 or is the enemy at 9?
Huh?
Are they at 9 or is the enemy at 9?
No, they are. The Tenchi's at 9.
I don't know, Mr. Smith. Me and Fortune were having lag spikes as well, so it may be a server. Servers are melting down.
Not just Relic either. There was a problem with Steam just now, where on Kotu.org, the player profiles were not updating from Steam.
Well, it is Patch Tuesday, as they call it, so that's what it always seems like to go down temporarily on Tuesdays. It seems.
It's the Chinese DDoS attacks, I tell you.
Don't blame me. Though I'm definitely not as hardcore Asian as Paul, because I don't have the accent. I have a Canadian accent rather than a Chinese accent.
There's a difference?
Yep. Well, when you're born in, like, freaking northern Canada, eh? You don't really get the Chinese accent.
Maple syrup, eh?
I'm ready. Go.
That stuff goes well with salmon.
I watched a documentary on this guy, on Timothy Treadwell. Heard of him? Never heard of the guy?
Nope. I haven't heard of a lot of people. I'm effectively blind to the world.
He was some gun like nature nut. Went to Alaska to be with. Was there like every summer for like 2, 3, 4 months at a time for 13 years. Then one summer goes there with a girlfriend and bear attacks him and kills them both and eats.
Jeez. No chance of that.
Not a good time.
Well, all the Brits are running for their lives here.
Grenadier are on the line.
I'll probably push hard my side. This guy looks a pass.
Well, the Brits are completely forced off my side at the moment.
to our presence. Come on, prepare for counter-strike. Get it up. Schnell, let's go. Nonsense already.
We got Maxims in the building.
Under heavy MG fire! Ready!
Angriff! Get fire on that infantry!
Forward march.
Ready!
This is it.
Move it! Move it! Clear strike zone! Heavy machine gun! Schnell!
Let's move! Schnell! Hurry!
Oh, incendiary grenade it. Oh
Oh, that's a lot of infantry.
Contact! Enemy machine gun!
no. Kubo, get out of there! Too late!
Out! Light vehicle destroyed.
Fall back! Abandon positions!
Oh great, I just lost a lot of stuff.
Contact! HMG!
No! He did.
Your following is
Thanks
much
for the follow.
appreciated here.
Yield
I
2000.
hope you enjoy your
Is
stay.
ready for orders.
Ready to act. Prepare to move. Driver.
I'm gonna place a forward
Well, I
mech.
went elite infantry again. I feel like some concussion in there.
Territory needs to be secured.
Up, look. Ready weapons. Not engage unless fired upon. Move out. Folks Grenadiers back into full strength.
Pioneer Group is ready for action.
Ready to move. Make good your weapons. Assemble to ready. Prepare to advance.
Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion.
I'll eventually get units up there. Just have to traverse the other side of the map.
Let's go. Guard sensor ready. Ready to contact! Full arms fire! Advance! Advance! Get out there! On the gun! Taking infantry fire! Secure the point! On me! Go! Go!
No! Going for grenades too.
Let's go! I need a medic!
The command
I
vehicle
better
has
go
gone
get,
steady.
better go get it before they
HQ
steal them more.
operations now underway.
Don't smoke out the building with the Luftwaffe strike.
Move! Verschieben! Units, climb over! Fire and move! Schnell! Attack the area! Hurry! Get to the position!
This is not a combat.
His NG's a boom.
Move! Go! Engage Granate! Da drüben! Incoming fire! Advance! On me! Let's go! Shoot! Gear! Move!
Lagging a bit again.
Move! Verschieben! Move! 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 Schnell!
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
I couldn't rescue your motor.
Assault and
That's alright.
hold!
Are you lagging at all?
Not really. Not now, at the moment.
Achtung!
Hmm.
Secure that area.
I'm gonna blow up the building if I can.
Run it down! Under attack! Anti-personnel mine! Advance station of guns! Do not stop!
Getting actually FPS stuttering right now. It's going down to like 28 for a moment, then back to 60.
Okay, so that's a bit. Yeah, that's definitely not infantry at this point.
Forward march.
Weird.
Moving into enemy territory. Defensive fire only.
Prepare to advance. Prepare to advance on that point.
Well, 5-man squads are ready for them.
Ready! Fall back!
Not engage unless fired upon.
Here we go!
tank is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
I'm going to smoke off that Vickers.
Let go! Move out! Schnell!
Oh, he's actually back out.
Verschieben!
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Move! Go! Under HMT fire! Break contact! Break two!
Go ahead, displace. Quickly, we need to secure that area.
Aim on fire! Pick your target! Come on, you all! Enemy attacking!
Luftwaffe reports Fallschirmjäger ready for deployment.
Relocate! Relocate!
A footing for Panzer HQ here.
Are you guys pair dropping anytime soon? There you guys are.
Target destroyed! Assault enemy machine gun! Under fire! Infantry!
This is not their train.
Grenadiers ready! Come on! Ready! Go!
Aufgepasst! The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
This is it.
Follow me! Let go! Halt! Aim fire! Move! Go!
I'm going to do something stupid.
Hurry! Weapon stations!
One Fallschirmjäger man Maxim.
Abandon positions! Fall back!
Splat.
Taking fire! Enemy flanking us! Contact!
Fall back! Fall back!
We're relocating. Come on. Secure that point.
Enemy
We'll
movement!
cover the
On the
advance.
flank!
Point out! Forward march.
Do Maxims preserve the false stats? Yes, they do, Luciano.
Displacing.
It's the reason why shots on like any weapon just become stupid to clear with infantry.
Take that position. Advance on that area. Storm. Hold that ground.
Jump from planes. Aufgepasst! Check equipment. Battle rifle sights to medium range.
Gave up your FG-42 for a Maxim gun. That's great.
Let's go! Hurry! We need to move. Get those battle rifles up front. Lead the way. Prepare to move. I will take point. The weapon team is back to full strength. Group, ready? Unit operational. Prepare weapon for move.
The enemy now have 200 points.
Squad, forward!
Well, honey nuts, I assume your ally gave them a Maxim and then Sturm stole it.
Watch for counterattack. Be ready to repel.
And I assume you just couldn't clear it because every time you tried to close in, bad things would happen.
Grenadiers ready.
Check equipment.
There. We move to that position.
Oh, 270 out.
I got an awesome, so counter is sort of.
Break it down. We are displacing.
Run! Do not stop! Attack! Slow on fire! Stop!
Sturms have always been 30 to reinforce ever since those changes a while back, honey nuts. It's just now they're 30 to reinforce on weapon teams. Before they're like 40.
Target them with grenade!
immediate assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
Engage! Wipe them out! Ceasefire! Displace! Let's move! Go! Enemy infantry! Go! Get out of here! On movement! Follow me! Let's go! Hold position!
Assemble troops ready. Ready to move. Make good your weapons.
Drive them down! Ready to deploy! Storm and hold! Send orders!
Oh, I see you got the T-70.
You look
Yep.
push onto that target area! Move orders! Let's go! Hurry! Quick defensive position established. Achtung! We need to move!
Monster's gonna die to AT grenades though.
Smoke bomber tree.
Nah, it's okay. They're gonna get me anyway.
Combat promotion! Engage! Area secure! Move! Go! Fire! Ready to displacing!
Huh, he got away. Nice.
I got you covered.
Move orders! Let's go! Hurry!
That was close. Okay, I need to restart my game. I'm lagging like heck.
I probably did the same thing.
Cease action! The battle has been won.
Hey, Ragnar Main from in the YouTube chat. While you do that, I'm going to just quickly run this Maxim Proof Bolshevik unit up to another weapon team to see how well they do.
Sure thing.
Achtung! Prepare for action!
I'm also gonna go get a drink real quick.
Hand! Under attack! Veteran seat!
I can see like a Bolshevik like recruit M2HB or just HMG in general being a pain for anyone to clear. Well, Fulgen's getting a drink, I should probably do the same. What is this on YouTube too? Oh, what Ryan Fitzpatrick? I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So pretty much I gotta address two chats, and Twitch is generally considered my main one. So we'll just quickly restart our game. Fair Bleed was pretty bad in the old OKW. OKW Bleed was bad in general back then. In terms of like all their elites and all their like non-Volk models. Like Obers were around 50, Bolshevik were like 42, Sternpires were 42, Panzer Grenadiers were also like in the 40s to reinforce.
Sega.
So at least back then, OKW, when they had like vetted Obers and the 8 damage at LMG 34, it was just outright stupid how fast they could kill infantry. Also, that was the days of the Shrek blob, so who cares about the manpower blade? You're running on like 22 manpower Volks with Panzer Shreks running around the field.
And I'm back.
Okay. How did you get in here? Did you just invite yourself?
Your following is much
Yeah.
appreciated here.
I don't need
We
your
hope you
permission.
enjoy your stay.
Damn it. Thanks, Sport Guy 85.
You know what we should do?
What?
On Lend-Lease, replace the Dushka with bazooka upgrade for conscript.
I don't know. I don't think the community could handle like more anti-tank conscript units.
Exactly. I was gonna say that we're probably gonna play an Elst Outskirt next, but you got it.
Yeah, because we like played it 3 times in a row yesterday, which is like.
I
oh,
know.
Hey, I heard what map you want. I'm gonna give you Else Outskirts. How about that? We just played that, sir. The RNG dice say Else Outskirts, so we're going there anyway. What are these dice? What's with this dice? Are they rigged or something? Like a 90%?
No, you just keep re-rolling them until you get the result that you like.
I wish I could get that many re-rolls in Warhammer 40k.
Pretty much.
Now, if only I had my 20-sided dice. I have no idea where those have ever gone to now. The joys of nerd stuff.
Nerdosphere.
Well, 39%. Axis is indeed dead, guys. We found it. We found it. We found the low percentage. We finally dropped below 50%.
People are finally realizing Axis sucks.
Hmm. So I'll never get, like, I know austere infantry isn't the greatest, but people make it sound like they hit people with wet noodles. If anything, Auster's generally hitting you with a brick wall, but it's a wet noodle throwing the brick wall at you.
Yeah, well, wet noodles are considerably easier to throw than brick walls.
Like, it's okay, W.
How about
Yep.
a 5-man brace for Grenadiers? Tier 3 upgrade.
Well, the thing is, would this, like, just be, like, a global upgrade, or would this be, like, per individual squad that you start upgrading?
Global. Similar to the Brit one. Maybe tier 2.
I don't know, we might end up with a situation where, back to the situation now, like, stock conscripts just get horribly mained by, like, 5-man LMG Grenadiers. And
Oh, that's fine. You just have the same ability for Soviets, except that they get 8-man squads.
and for the Americans, we'll just give them, like, a Ranger squad leader as well. Why not add to it?
No, Commissar.
For
So,
the
like,
US?
they
For
can trigger a
AEF?
trait.
For the
Huh?
Americans? I was like, no, I said Americans should get, like, a Ranger squad leader. For
Oh,
doing that.
no. For Soviet, they get NKVD. You know, they get their polytron.
Oh, well, let's go back. Let's go back again to Dawn of War 2. You upgrade the Commissar, and you also get 3 additional conscript models with the squad.
Exactly, and then you shoot one of the guys in one of your squads, and everyone else fights.
Oh, that was in
The
the
Russian
first game, but yeah,
the Russian community would love.
Yep.
They'd be on board. I could already imagine. I could already see the YouTube video. Did you see that video by Bad Comedian?
I generally don't watch a lot of the bad reviews, so it's like, I'm gonna read the comments, but I'm gonna stop right here.
This one got like 3 million views or something pretty quick. Well, no, 1 million, 2 million, something like that. Pretty crazy though.
Which is hilarious because they never seem to backtalk all these other games the Americans make. Well, this is a Canadian game, but no, but like every Call of Duty's like, we're fighting the Russians now. It's like, you're just gonna like everyone wants to fight Russia in their video games.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this one just coincided with there was a pretty much a drought of Soviet or Russian featuring games at the time. Like everyone was going for the Middle East and whatnot, and the European Union, Russia, and America were all coming closer together because the onset of the terrorist attacks by Chechen terrorists in Russia. There was like, when 2013 this game came out. I mean, it wasn't the world that we live in today. Like there was like nobody really wanted to be mean to the Russians, but now it's like, oh, they invaded Crimea, it's okay. We can fuck with them again.
Why don't you stream in 1080p? Because my computer would probably explode. I am still running on an i5. I'm gonna only move out to 1080p the moment I get an i7, which means I need to upgrade my entire motherboard in the process. Like, yeah, I got this 1070, but I don't want to stress the computer out more than I already do. And, well, my internet's not stable enough, so who knows what could happen if I need to start uploading more
Gotta make their hamster run faster.
Well, I've had my computer for like 4 years, and the only thing I think I've swapped out is the SSD and the graphics card for 1070.
Yeah, I'm still rocking 970 on my rig.
Yeah, I pretty much like I could buy like I'm working now. I could buy like well, it's like your very basic minimum paying job, as I'm still going to school at the moment. But like, yay, I can finally afford this graphics card on my first paycheck. Like, and it took me like 4 months to actually muster the will to buy that graphics card. I don't want to take the hit to my bank account. I just don't. Which also means miragefla is very cheap. And probably why he eats at a lot of Asian restaurants.
No, that's because he's Asian.
I like going to Greek restaurants. They have the same thing like us Chinese. Their prices are not extraordinarily high in the 15 to 20 mark. When it
I think my favorite food overall is Nepalese food.
I have no idea what that is.
It's kind of like Indian food, except there's way more sauces and way more. Basically, you're dipping things in, like you know, you got these meaty broths, and then you have bread, and then you have rice and all these other things, and it's kind of interesting.
There's quite a few. Well, not yeah, I can't.
Usually, it's kind of like a mixture of Indian and Japanese food, if that makes any sense. In that you have a lot of different varieties on the table. You have like 7 different things, and you're combining them in different. But then the tastes are more like Indian. You got garlic, you got your garlics and curries and stuff.
Speaking of which, there's a lot of Indian restaurants down here in Vancouver as well. So my selection is practically limitless.
Yeah, sounds good. I don't know, Indian food and Nepalese food is amazing. Finland's got a lot of Nepalese people lately because of the earthquakes. Every time there's a natural disaster somewhere around the world, Finland gets like 5 new chefs. It's amazing.
And what?
Like, we didn't know this food existed.
Yeah.
Huh?
And what is the other people gonna say nowadays? Oh no, other people from across the world are invading our culture.
I mean, bear in mind that, like, when it comes to refugees, Finland has like 75% rate that they don't get in. So it's not like our immigration policy is exactly forthcoming or welcoming.
Regardless of anything happens nowadays, like, oh, if anyone goes anywhere, our culture.
Culture.
Yeah, it's not like people can integrate and like speak your language and have the same culture, right? At some point. Like, I may be Chinese, but I probably
Your following is much appreciated.
but I'm probably
here.
much closer to
We
like
hope you enjoy your
typical
stay.
Canadian. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's one of those interesting things.
Ready for orders.
Uh-oh.
Stop! Await orders.
Foot Grenadier are on the line.
What's that?
Mom's angry at someone.
Keep the RPM up. I don't want to get stuck.
Hopefully, I can move out once I finish my education. Unfortunately, I picked the wrong degree, so that's why I'm here.
What are you, political sciences?
History.
This time, go easy on the clutch.
What, like, is it political sciences or what's the degree? That's usually the one.
A Bachelor of Arts in History.
Not bad.
Specializing in European history, mainly like 16th to 19th century.
Ready for orders.
Ah.
Grenadier, ready for action.
And unfortunately, when people see it on the resume, even for like clerical work, like, you don't know how to write. We don't want you. Like, my entire life was like writing. What do you want?
It's kind of like there was this opening. There was a story recently where this opening for this girl just wanted a job. She was like 19 years old, just gotten her BA in no, not. Hang on, no. She was 21, 22. Got her BA in philosophy, like the actual philosophy, not just BA. And she tried to get a stop at a postage place to do stamping, and they wouldn't give her a job because they thought that she would like think too much. What? They don't want a philosopher.
Jeez.
Wait, come on. I mean, it makes sense in like a really weird way. Like, here's a philosopher. Do you want a philosopher doing your stamping, or some guy who's like IQ is like 20? I mean, which one of those is gonna do more stamps?
I guess, but jeez. This is the reason why employment rates are rising.
No. Employment rates are rising because nation states, specifically the ones that are talking about employment, that have a fetish for it, namely the US, Canada, and Western countries. The reason that employment rates are rising is because they're reclassifying unemployed people into these different, you've probably seen these startup programs, where the government gives you like, support anywhere from $700 to $2,000 a month if you start a company and you have like a product and so forth. That's basically the new face of unemployment. It's just classified. They're not unemployed anymore. It's just we're just paying tax money to keep them alive. Totally not
You have a pioneer anywhere? I have 2 sterns, but it's gonna take a while to fix this crew bowl without reinforcement.
Hurry! Get to that position! Grenadiers ready! Keep shooting! Watch that grenade! Over there! Grenade! Shoot! Field promotion! We're relocating. Not engage unless fire upon. Infantry attacking in force! Send your orders! Let's go! God sets it in. Ready! Rounds! Keep your heads down!
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Give the veterans the level! Open fire!
Heavy fortification now available. Pioneers standing by.
Receiving effective fire! Grenadiers ready. Kill them! Prepare for move out! Quickly! We need to secure that area.
So the Americans has gone LT check on this side.
Secure and hold! Assault the area! Smith, attack the area! Squad back.
I got them cut off on the left.
Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion. Octo! Ready weapons. Hooper, prepare for orders.
What am I gonna do once I get into radio? That's the question, is what the hell is my life gonna be like? And what the hell is my shift gonna be?
Support package incoming. Squad numbers back.
Good question. Radio, isn't that like dead?
No, it's still plenty alive in Canada. In fact, I listen to the radio every day on my way to work, or when I
How
do
much
go.
of that? How much of that is because of government subsidy, though?
I don't. Well, from what I know, a lot of them are like owned by like the big like companies like telephone. I know one of them's owned by like Rogers here.
Right, but isn't that also partly because on some level radio is seen as a public service?
Like, well,
For example, if there's a natural disaster or something where the government, or like a war or a conflict, where the government needs to broadcast an emergency message, virtually all the radio channels have to broadcast that message without.
I think so, but a lot of them also like find other ways to support themselves, like your sort of commercials, those sort of things, as well as like a lot of them have sponsors as well.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Go.
Luftwaffe reports. Fallschirmjäger ready for deployment.
Stop it! Forward! Forward! Abandon positions! Support its field! Stop it! Mission enemy in the Scheiße! Get to that position! On me! Let's go! Get to back! Secure and hold! Assault the area! Infantry attacking in force! Get inside!
Luftwaffles report pancakes are ready for assignment.
Ready for action.
Ready for Luftwaffles.
Orders complete. Shoot ready. Prepare level for move. Achtung, ready yourself. Freilager! Move, schnell! Gruppe, prepare for a point out. Brewster, keep the RPM up. Target that infantry! Move! Schnell! Fire! Follow me! Let's go! Line, in! Open fire! Eliminate enemy infantry! Forward! Forward!
That's a lot of US infantry.
Damn it!
Think it's enough?
Nope.
Move out! Taking infantry fire! Infantry! Fall back! Fall back! Ready! Go! Go back! Schnell! We're ready. Understood. God damn it!
Oh, these poor riflemen. They're not going home to Kansas anytime soon.
Sure they are, in a cask.
You know how long that's gonna take to ship them all the way back there, though?
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, but they gotta like get these guys now out of the middle of Russia. Out of all places.
Wait, we're in Russia? I thought this is Berlin.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Moscow, right. No wonder I didn't recognize any of these
Standing by for setting of command post.
No wonder taxi drivers didn't accept any of their money.
Ready? Prepare to move. Quickly. We need to secure that area. Stop! Onwards. Let's move. Unit operational.
The Germans will be a highly mechanized army drawn by horses.
On me! Let's go!
Too bad there are no horses in Code 2. That'd be great.
Oh, there was like in Code 1, but that was more of a good S when that was a donkey. SO Shrek, anyone?
Open order until we
No, like what would horses really give you, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna smoke up the 50 cal.
Gonna lose my abstract there.
Aufgepasst.
Never mind.
Combat vehicle
I
has
got you
converted
covered,
to a
I
static
think.
building.
Oh, there goes Stern Pioneers.
Forward
wanted the
enemy
50 cal
report
very
and
badly.
infantry unit lost.
Too bad that the decal can't now repair. That'd be balanced, right?
Forward.
Decal that can repair. Because it's being crewed by
yeah.
Sims.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll balance it somehow.
Exactly, with sprint and stealth, and also can make med kits. That'd be good.
You also get the Panzer Shrek if you upgrade it.
Yeah, I'll probably get a flamethrower on it.
Cease
In my suit.
action. The battle has been won.
Who's posting strange image links in my thing? I'm not gonna check out that link.
I wonder why nobody builds these flamethrower half tracks these days. They seem good.
If it's against Brits, it's probably because AEC just hard counters it super hard and it rides around the same time.
That's true.
Soviets, I guess it depends what you're facing. USF, if they gone LT, yeah, feel free to go flame half track against them. Unless they've gone, like, recon support.
Yeah, but even then, if you go a doctrine that has smoke,
just attack ground.
Just pop smoke and attack ground.
Well, yeah, but I guess a lot of people for austere, you know, unless you're dominating it, you want those munitions for something else, like your LMGs, your med bunker. Because you either gotta make that successful shock attack, or bad things are gonna happen. You think we should swap factions?
Yeah, good too.
Or should we just go like something stupid like double Ost or double OKW? There we go. I'm ready with Jaeger infantry.
I'll go Festung support. Why do they call them large smoke pots? They're clearly not pots, they're bombs.
I don't know. Maybe it's a nickname? Will the half-track ever have a useful MG, the austere one? Maybe. Maybe.
No, but explain this. Why are smoke bombs called smoke pots?
I don't know.
Like, do they actually drop pottery from the planes?
Maybe there's a lid on it that opens up. So it's kind of like steam escaping, who knows. The Code 1 half-track was perfect, to be honest. Yeah, but if you put the Code 1 half-track into Code 2, people are going to scream because you got an auto-suppressing unit in the game.
What about the 8 anti-tank half-track? 250.
Oh yeah, you have a sniper! Oh, I'm going to press this button and kill all your infantry. Sniper.
I mean, Puma was worse than that, to be honest.
Well, unfortunately, we don't even have like the 234. It was only called a Puma with the 50mm.
Your following is much appreciated.
No, but I mean, the Puma here is way worse, or was way worse because of the aim shot.
Oh yeah, you could. I think you can still do that.
I'm not
Vehicles
sure.
were much less potent in Code 1. Yeah, that is true in Code 2. Pretty much I find everything in Code 2 a bit more lethal than what Code 1 was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially when you're especially when you're fighting like opposing front factions, because there's this stupid thing called soldier armor. Like, I don't get why some people would say, let's add this armor, like, weird armor system back so, like, paratroopers are more vulnerable to automatics, where units like Rangers are less vulnerable to semi-automatics and rifles, but always get hit by snipers, even on retreat. Like, what's the point? Shouldn't everyone be relatively equal? Like, there's some things good in
I kind of...
Yep.
Huh?
Go ahead. You're about to say something. Go ahead.
Code 3, I want the soldiers, the voice lines, I want soldiers to be screaming at each other. Like Russians screaming taunts at the Germans and so forth.
Don't they already sort of do that now? Just not as much? Like for the Eastern
not really. I'm talking like Soldier 1 would scream at Soldier 2 on the other enemy faction, and Soldier 2 on the enemy faction would respond.
Oh, so direct response lines, like a line that actually complements the other line.
Yeah, like, hey, go fuck yourself. No, you go fuck yourself, and so forth.
I think bazooka bonus damage versus tanks was a good change, like their initial bazooka. Are you talking about in Code 1 on Honey Nuts? There's
so many cool things that it could, like, you could have like a Panzer IV pops in, Americans yell, ah, it's a tiger! And the Germans like, why do they think everything is a fucking tiger?
There's damage bonus for not infantry for bazookas. No hearing code. What? I still don't get... Oh, are you talking... Oh, relics for a solution to, like, the Shrek and bazooka sniping, rather than just, like, giving them a flat nerf against infantry. Because you would still run up the bazooka and Shrek teams right up to other infantry point blank, and scatter doesn't matter at that range. I'm still in the world fortune though that if Cold 3 happens, I want like Cold War going hot. I want BMPs, M113s, and Huey attack copters.
And nukes.
Well, it'd be like World in... Well, someone said it. Company of Heroes 3, World in Conflict Edition.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that, though. They're probably going to go for the African front.
I'm
the Mediterranean.
I'm not... I just like... Because I already like the more mid to late war, and... We've had enough of the World War II. Like, a what-if scenario is always a bit fun. But everyone's like, there's gonna be nukes, there's gonna be nukes. Well, then you write it in such a way that there won't be nukes, given that, like, they get away with all the BS in the Call of Duty campaign, so...
Yeah, besides, it could be a series of battles that begin the whole mess.
Like proxy,
and not
proxy war
the
stuff.
whole mess. Yeah, or it could just be specific great battles, or, like, that's the... Not the entire world. You don't have to account for the state of the entire universe that the game is set in.
Yeah, just like
You just
specific set battles that could have just taken place or might have.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't want to do a campaign, just like Cold War scenarios.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Well, Honey Nuts, where do I count on that? I'm technically on the unofficial balance design team. Where do I set myself? But it would be interesting, like, how, like, U.S. infantry would be different from Russian infantry if it's, like, 1950s, 60s, since the Americans wouldn't have M16s until later on. Well, all the Russians
they had, what,
AK-40...
M14 carbines?
Well, they'd have M14 battle rifles, but... Soviets would have AK-47 assault rifles, so you'd have this range dynamic.
Yeah.
Axis is dead, guys. 83%. 17% allies. It's not going well for them. You know, I think we might have to swap the allies. It's just not getting anything at this point.
For Mom, an apple pie.
You got that darn right.
I'm probably gonna go land mattress. I'm gonna go 6 Tommies into land mattress.
It probably will work. Because you can't kill all those 0.8 received accuracy guys in time. Looking back on the Cold War thing, guys, you'd also have, like, the interesting vehicles, because, like, the Americans don't have an infantry fighting vehicle until the Bradley, so you got, like, an M113 versus the BMP.
Yeah, but it does have a 50 cal on it.
I guess, but... I guess it'd pretty much be... The M113 would pretty much be a half-track, while the BMP would be like an Ostwind that carries soldiers, essentially.
Yeah. Then you got, what, the T-54 for the Russians.
Americans are using either probably an M48 tank.
Yeah. What was that one called? Patton?
I think, or maybe, was it M48 Patton or M60 Patton? I'm not sure. I think it was M60 Patton. I could be wrong. Also, I'll be right back.
And then what, Chaffee, I guess.
Yes, Mom? Hiya.
less supremely unhelpful. Both the M48 and the M60 are called patents.
Thanks, U.S.
Yeah, and
It's,
then
li-
there's
it's,
an
it's like
M47
how
patent as well.
like how many designations of M1 do you have in the American military that's come out over the years?
Like 5 guns, 3 light tanks, 2 medium tanks. I think they have heavy tanks somewhere. Oh yeah, of course, M1 Abrams.
M1
So heavy tank
Abrams,
as well.
M1 Carbine, M1 Grand, M1 81mm mortar, Also on Honey Nuts, what year would they be doing? I would say maybe the best would be like the 50s to 60s. So you still have like that the more distinct army units that differ from each other, like the Russians. Or was it? I guess like between 50s and 70s where like the Americans don't have infantry fighting vehicles and I don't think their tanks were as good as the USSR tanks during that time. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the Soviets have like the Hind and stuff. Actually, when did that come into service?
Well, obviously their biggest debut was in Afghanistan, and they were a mess until those Stingers started being shipped over.
Yeah, 72. Or actually, no, 1969 onwards.
What would tank combat look like? I assume it would probably be like just, if we want to keep it simple, it'd be like Code 2's tank combat.
Yeah, and then the Hinds and planes would just be
Collins.
loiter.
Unless they increase the zoom, then you could maybe use helicopters, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know, it would be very interesting to have helicopters, like building a helipad.
And like restricted to like one helicopter on the pad at the time.
Exactly. So you have to build more pads and they'd be super expensive to get.
We're going Command and Conquer now, boys. Honey Nuts, would they do a Middle East expansion, Israel versus Egypt? I don't know. Would it get banned in Israel, like, immediately?
Depends who wins.
Alright, disappearing quickly.
Dead game. I wonder if they would have the T-95 in this game, the Cold War game. The Doom Turtle.
Well, what do you know? I can be gone for a couple minutes, and we still didn't find a game until just now.
Yeah. I wonder if they would have the T-95 in this Cold War game.
The T-9... Isn't that ridiculous giant US tank destroyer they made?
Yeah, the Doom Turtle.
Wasn't that... Yeah, but would they even keep it going? Because that was pretty much, what? Made like 5 vehicles? Then they probably...
Oh yeah, but how many Osmonds did they build? How many Osmonds did they build?
I know.
How many Broom Bears?
Like 150 at least.
Yeah, but Osmonds, that was like 32, 60, something like that.
I'm surprised they didn't use the verbal wind.
Listen up,
I guess it wouldn't be
Yeah.
Ost and
They got a bunch of these. Then there was the KB-1B, which was a stolen KB-1 that they refurbished with the Pak-40 gun. There was like 2 of them.
I guess they my assumption for why the Ost one's in this game is probably because they ran out. Well, they probably didn't, but I always get the feeling they ran out of time for a lot of the Ostier stuff, which is why it's a lot of reused Co-1 vehicle assets.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Yeah, and why to this day the 5th guy in Assault Grenadier is a fucking Panzergrenadier. And I'm sorry, I get that he's supposed to be an officer, but then just add an officer mod.
Steady up, fella. All right.
Or just maybe just quickly change the texture on the helmet for that guy and call it a day.
Okay, move it along.
Yeah, make it red.
Well, if you didn't know, like, all the HMG gunners for Ostier have the wrong shoulder symbol. They're supposed to be gray for infantry, not red for the artillery.
You got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Steady up.
And like, why do rear echelon wear winter coats?
Ground's ours. Now spread out. Move it out. Let's go. All right. Here's the thing. On to the other side. Let's go. Point out. Okay, move it along.
Okay, W's over here.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's also here with stems.
Okay, I'm going to start pushing my 2 rifles into center and see what I can find.
They got us zeroed in here.
Oh, poor guy.
Move it out. Let's go. Stand by orders. Take that damn ground. Move. Get to that point. Listen up. God damn it. Move it along.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
Right. Move it. Captured. Get moving. Hit that lead man. Get on that point. Move it out. Let's go. Take the leg. Let's go. Okay, move it along.
He's gone for 2 machine guns.
Is there another one guarding the rear of that one? I'm going to flank it.
Yeah, there's one over in this building. I'm gonna do flank.
Defensive fire. Contact! Get over there! 42!
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Run past it, run past it, run past it, there you go.
Get your asses over there! Capture that! Get to that point! Take cover! Kill that machine gun! Get moving! Secure and hold! Move your ass! Go! Okay, move it along. Defensive positions! Shift fire! Squad, go, go, go! Let's secure that ground. Move, goddammit! Move it out, let's go.
Ah, you got a weapon.
Run! Get over there! Run, god dang it!
You know, there's like a bunch of angry British men on the cutoff.
Damn it, find cover! Cut that infantry down! That's on the money! I got orders. All right. We're moving. Let's go. Get the lead out. Got orders.
I should feel bad, but I don't.
Stand by orders. Move your ass. Go. It's too heavy. Pull back. Volley fire.
I lost like 2 mobs this entire time.
Fire.
You can do it, rear echelon, I believe! I believe!
Move complete.
BRB. Gonna go heal up.
Assault engineers are on the lines and the
Oh, that map
capture point
control.
is being overrun.
Oh yeah, we are playing allies, aren't we?
You got a
Yeah,
captain
allies
hitting the
clearly
field.
broken, right? It's not fair that
So
they can.
easy.
It's
Our supply
it's
line
not
just got
fair
cut
they can
off.
flank, right?
I mean, the whole Brit grenades and all that stuff is helping me quite a bit. Not gonna.
Well, the guy didn't even dodge with his machine gun, though, so...
That's true.
Get out of here! Fall back!
Men are ready for action.
Watch your sectors. Engineers taking the field.
Moving out, let's go. Don't get bogged down. Okay, move it along.
Order! Move out! Go! Move your ass! Get over here! Bust out the metal, boys! Order!
Captain upgrade complete.
Keep moving! German infantry! Listen up, orders in just go!
Get ready to display. Just remember to keep moving no matter what.
Don't stop! Move!
I'll eventually break the suppression if they stop shooting at me.
Get to that position! Move! Get to that point! Kraut's got us pegged! Get over there! Push hard! Stay to the plan! Move it! Enemy infantry!
There's just too much
Get to that
infantry for them.
Nail those bastards! Grenade! Order! Get the hell out of here! Move! They're all dead! Fencing fire only. Hurry the fuck up! Don't stop it there! Fall back!
Oh, Jesus. I just saw engineers.
Get him moving! Grenade! Boys! Go, go, go!
Enemy forces have 300 points.
Squad ready! No! Fall back! Fall back! Hurry the fuck up! Fire and adjust! Fire and adjust! Warning orders! Go, go, go! Back to full strength. You get that thing, Bill? Just go!
Welcome to the death vaccine. Stick with me, you might just make it.
Move! Get to that point! Come on, fellas, let's go! Order! Move your ass! Go!
Replacement's in.
Steady
Ambulance taking the field.
Receiving fire! Nail their infantry! Don't stop! Taking fire!
You know, one thing I wish they did for the Americans in this game, they kept the black rear echelon voice.
Roll us out.
Or actually implemented it.
Stick to the plan!
Hmm.
Your ass is over there. Let's get a move on.
What? Square yourself.
Let's move out of here. You guys know what to do.
Square yourself and stay together. Anything could shake out, so be
Squad
ready.
is back to full
Keep
strength.
on. Stay close.
Well, I'm getting my majors, and you're getting company command.
Pay attention.
Order right there, man. Eric, keep up.
These guys are just they're not supporting the machine gun that well, aren't they?
Stay close. Defensive.
Shake a leg. Let's go. Gather by flank. Moving through Kraut lines. Defensive fire back to full strength.
Square yourself and stay together.
What? All right. We're moving. Let's go.
Go, go, go! Get over there! Run!
They're at 200 points.
Go mobile! Team movement! Move, goddammit! Egg ready! Prepare for get over there! Run!
Major, reporting for action.
Is the MG still in there? I'm going to attempt to flush it out.
Stand ready! Just go!
Yeah, it's still there.
You're start. We're moving behind crowd line. Lay down a base of fire! 242! Hit the dirt! Don't get hung up! Order! Order! Check! Flag! Run! Get over there! HMG! Go! Promotion! Stand up! Cover me! Go! 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 Take up! Firing positions! Grab your gear. We're on the move.
A capture point is under attack.
Get the lead out. We've got orders. Orders!
Uh-oh. This is not good.
There it is! Now go! Contact! Area secured! Out of here! Contact! We're taking fire! Just came through! Run, God dang it! Kill everyone! Run! Move it! Move your ass! Go! Promotion to south! Get on that point! You got your orders. One man out. Let's do it. MG-42!
Oh, geez. This captain cut off the line to Tommy's.
That's it.
Yep.
The
And a
battle
whole
is
bunch of
ours.
sandbag. Once you have like a line of 3 Tommy with sandbag, there's not very much you can do with infantry. You barely have to hit their range and you immediately start losing model before you can do any damage to them. So they can retreat without any losses and you've lost like 100 or 200 manpower for one.
Yep. Because Tommy rifles deal 16. They need 5 shots to drop a single model.
The poor guy. He got like 3 MG42.
Jeez, though, my rifles barely managed to make that flank on the first MG.
Yeah. I was already getting a centaur at that point at the end.
Alright, now we just wait. 54-46, still ticking down. Unfortunately, the bad thing is that the majority of the European player base is now like either in bed or getting ready to go to sleep, I think.
Pretty much. I mean, it's 4 AM over here.
How the hell are you still awake? You're just like not asleep?
No, I don't need sleep.
Okay. And you're still lucid enough to realize what's going on? Not like the, oh god, I'm tired, I want to headbang into the keyboard.
No, it's more like I'll go to work in the morning, then I work the day, then basically I sleep the day. Once I'm done working, I just come home, I crash. Then I kind of hibernate for like 10 hours straight.
Oh, so you're
Then wake up again.
So you're telling me you're nocturnal rather than like everyone else.
Exactly. Nocturnal plus morning.
So pretty much play at like, wake up at like 12 or something, go to work after like in 5, whatever, 9 or whatever, and come home and just crash. Repeat cycle.
Something like that. Sometimes I go 2 days without sleep.
Yeah, I can't.
And then I'll sleep. And then I'll sleep 15 hours straight.
Yeah, that would kill me. That would outright kill me.
Longest time I've ever slept in a single go is 28 hours.
Yep. Hasn't happened to me, never will.
I went to sleep at 10 p.m. on in the evening, and I woke up the next day at 2 a.m.
Oh no.
Like 28 hours. So I woke up the day after the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't do that. It would outright kill me. Like me running on I can barely run, like, what is it? 6 to 7 hours of sleep doesn't do it for me, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Who thought advanced emplacement regiment would have been a good idea? They could have made it interesting if they allowed the emplacements to pack up, but no, they had to just pretty much make it fortify, fortify, fortify.
Yeah, it would be very interesting if they'd done it like it was in Vico, with some of those things where you could deploy and redeploy.
I don't think you
like
could. Only the trucks could do that, though. None of the emplacements could.
Yeah, but they could do emplacements here.
Well, I know some people suggested this idea, and I also thought about it myself. If they ever want to reintroduce emplacements, make it an actual unit that requires the setup, but can also tear down.
Yeah, same thing with howitzers and Pack 43 and all that.
Or at least allow something to tow them away.
Well, I mean, it's simply a unit. It's you know, you got the truck, and then you got the gun, and so when you click deploy, then the truck, you know, it plays the animation sequence.
And sets up a gun.
Exactly, and then you click it again, and it, you know, so it's technically not a vehicle that's pulling another object. It's a single with animation sequences.
And I assume like the truck would fade away once the howitzer is set up and everything, just so.
Yeah, not necessarily though. You don't have to.
Yeah, but what happens if the truck blows up? What happens then?
It leaves a wreck like everything else.
Well, like, would you be able to rebuild your truck, like, for your howitzer?
But the whole thing is like it's a single unit. It's not a truck and a gun. It's a single unit. It looks like a truck and a gun, but it's actually just. So when the unit loses its HP, both the truck and the gun blow up.
I'm just concerned, like, how much space would this take up? Like, you wouldn't be able to place howitzers in certain areas since you gotta also stuff a truck over there.
Well, I mean, think of it more like the OKW base buildings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why.
Except here, you could undeploy them.
Shake a leg. Let's go.
So, like, that's literally exactly it. Like, think of the Tier 4 with a flak gun, right? It's not a flak gun in a truck, it's a unit.
Mm-hmm.
So you deploy it, and it plays the animation sequence, and then it's a building. Same thing here for the howitzer.
Mm-hmm.
You deploy it, sets up, now it's a building. And then you click undeploy, and it sets up, desets up and turns into a unit again.
I guess it's just a little bit different since, you know, the howitzer wouldn't exactly be on the flatbed of the truck like the 37 of the Schwer Panzer headquarters.
No, but you can deal with that. Same thing as that happens with when you build trenches. Like, you can't. It requires flat ground. So what happens when you put it on an edge is that it flattens the ground under it. I called it terraforming until they fixed it. I was able to build I was actually able to build shot blockers using trenches. I would build trenches and cancel them, and I would warp the ground under the trench. I said a couple screenshots where I did that. I built like a tank trench.
Oh no, I didn't get out of the arc in time.
Ready for action.
My rear echelon is
We
dead.
just lost a unit.
Uh-oh.
A capture point is being overrun.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it. Make them into like this WS trucks. Same kind of
it off. Moving out. Let's go. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be. Well, okay.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Moving out. Let's go. Steady up. This is gonna take us into crowd lines, so stay alert. Steady up, fellas. All right, you don't. All right. Crowd's got us pegged. Let's go. Get moving. All right, we gotta capture. Move, goddammit! Orders incoming. Drop those assholes. Move. Get to that point. Or kill them. Kill them all. Run, god dang it. Right! Get over there! Get your asses over there! Move your ass! Go! Orders! Move your ass! Go! Orders! Right! Move it!
Alright, I'll go LT.
Go!
Sure thing.
Give us some courage! Run, god dang it! Take it higher! Fire! Too heavy! Pull back! Capture promotion dig! Fall back! Fall back! Go, go, go!
We're losing a capture point. Lieutenant has been assigned to field ops. Heavy truck, waiting for deployment.
Reinforcements in.
Well, let's move out of here.
Nick, knock it off. Just listen up.
We're ready to
It's
go.
not so much healing to do.
It's as good as done. A capture point is under attack. Our supply line just got cut off.
Take it to infantry! They're concentrating on someone! Hail their infantry! Field promotion! Take that ground! Get the lead out! Got orders. Yep, okay, move it along.
They're very aggressive with the cutoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a dentist office or is that? What's the sound?
That
Sounds
is
like
a
a drill.
vacuum cleaner.
Sounds like a drilling on teeth. Terrifying.
No, nobody's getting horribly murdered in the back. What are you saying? Alright, let's see what we can find.
Frag grenades are on their way up to the lines.
Over here! Move your ass! Go! Order! It's too heavy! Pull back! Get ready! Infantry! Run, God dang it! Okay, move it along. Listen up. Areas are.
I love this buff.
The enemy
buff.
is overrunning one of our capture points.
Advanced cover combat?
Get moving!
Half track.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Rear Echelon? You didn't
Just got
retreat
a
at all.
report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
losing a capture point.
Reinforcements in.
Boys,
Orders. Listen up.
driver, move us forward. Driver, get her moving. Let's go. We're ready to go. Hold position here. Enemy infantry.
Oh, this looks. I look.
We gotta hold this position.
Move us out.
All ass. Go. Moving out. Let's go.
Looks.
Steady. Okay. Moving along.
Set.
Let's go. Go. Hustle. Get moving. Smoke out. Sideways. Go.
Looks almost down.
Send order.
Contact.
Move us out. Move us out.
Move, goddammit! Move your ass! Go! Move! Squad, let's get her going! Veterancy level attained! Hit him with frags!
Set. Fucking drive. Nail that son of a bitch.
Move! Get to that point!
Are those fucking guns on the road?
Retreat
You
to the
did.
CP! Under fire!
Yep.
Order! Get moving!
No.
Smoke! Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Bust out the metal, boys! Get to that point! Just came through! Squad, get... Move your ass! Go! Stand ready! Grenade!
Damn it!
Order! Move! Get to that point! Run! Get over there! Order! Get the hell out of here! Move! God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Fall back! Fall back! The cavalry has arrived. Form up. Good to go here. Let's gear up and move out. We gotta regroup up at that point. Stay low.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
Go ahead. Get that thing ready to move. Ah, nuts. We got orders coming. Gather round. I smell orders. Reinforcements ready to move. Knock it off and listen up. Moving out. Let's go. All right, you dopes, listen up. Okay, move it along. Capture that goddamn position! Move, goddammit! Steady up. Got it dialed in. They're trying to outflank us. Let's go. Lock it down. Hurry. Move your ass. Go. Back to the HQ. Run. Let it rip. Move. Get to that point. Someone get us out of here. Move. Move, goddammit. Orders incoming. Move your ass. Go. You're letting them order.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
God damn it! Attack! Stop! Get moving! Stand! Grenade! Get the hell out of here! Move! Move your ass! Enemy tank is cutting us off! Nail him with grenades! Bring it there. Okay, move it along. Lock down! Smoke out! That way! Hike up! Hike up! Advance to that position! Haul ass! Go! Gather round. I smell orders. Okay, back it up.
Oh no.
Move, goddammit! Run! Get over there! We're taking grenades! Relocate! Move! Get to that point! Get moving! Fall back! Enemy is flanking! Hurry! Ready, shit! Follow me. Smoke out! That way! Get onto that point! Hustle! advance to that position.
A capture point is being overrun. Battalion just released a major for action.
Fall back! Fall back!
Knock it off. Moving out. Let's go.
It's packing up. We're moving out.
Reinforcements in. Okay, move it along.
Ah, great.
We
I got
lost
my
an
L2.
infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Steady up.
We're redeploying. Break her down. We're displacing. Secure that position.
Moving out.
We're losing a capture point.
Get moving! Move your ass! Go! Oh, break it down. Make ready and move. Make ready to move. Move your ass! Go! Goddamn line! Move, goddammit! Tear it apart. We gotta move. Get moving! Squad, move! Get to that point! Run! Get over there! Kill them! Move your ass! Go! We're under attack! Move, goddammit! Fire! Get low! They're in the way! Get us out of here! Nail them with grenades! Run! Get on the pit! Better pin down! Far away! Get the hell out of here! Move! Let them have it! Orders! Ready to get over to that position! Move! Too heavy! Move back!
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Where do I want to go? I think I'll go
The
mechanized.
enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Yep, I want my matches again.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Get that thing ready to move. All right, you know, flankers!
Okay, move it along.
Get out of there! Move it!
Steady up. Cock and lock.
The enemy is flanking! Get over to that position!
Oh, there's a mid base over there.
Fire! Relocate! We need undercover up on the flat there! Move it!
A capture point is under attack.
Grab the tripod, let's go! Stand fast. What the hell am I meant to do with these ones?
Gather round.
Redeploy!
Moving out. Let's go.
Jump to it. Lock it down. We're moving.
Okay, move it along.
Yeah, let's pack it up.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Sherman ready to go. Get us over to that point. Get that 50 cal mounted. All right, get us over there.
Move your ass! Go! Move, goddammit! Go ahead. Tear it apart. We got area secure. Set up and stand by. Get that.
Okay, move it along.
Place. Driver over to that location. Gunner! Kill that asshole! Finish! Go, go, go! We've got engine damage! We're getting blasted over here!
Okay.
Get the hell out of here! Orders incoming! Cut that infantry down! Combat promotion! Okay, lock it down! Hurry! Make him break bread! Take that down! Kill him! Squad, hit him with frags! Move! Get to that point! Stand! It's too heavy! Pull back! Pull back!
All right, you dopes. Moving out. Let's go. Okay, move it along.
We have an M3 carrying assault engineers on the way.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff here.
Don't say.
You're starting to get under my skin.
That's surprising.
Let's move out of here. Good to go. Gear up and... A capture point is under attack.
Order! Get over to that position!
unlock is in progress.
Get us over to that new position. Driver forward. The rest of you stay alert. Reinforcements in.
Gun crew just got wiped out.
Sherman, taking fire! Move it! Get us the fuck out of here! Knock it off.
It's as good as done.
Up. Close it up.
Weapon rack is now open. Waiting orders.
Steady. Okay. Set. All right, you don'ts. Listen up. I got the gun. Grab the tripod.
When you start backchecking, that no AT guns, except yours.
Roll us out.
Hopefully I'll be able to start hitting their side soon though.
Get out of here. Enemy infantry. Fire at will. Hit it. Go.
Knocked it off.
Oh, it's a Panther. Interesting.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Ready to move. Moving out. Let's go. Yeah, let's pack it up. We're on the hook over here. Okay, move it along. Stand ready. Move, goddammit! Run! Get over there! Move! Get to that point! Order! Move!
Captain, just... Riflemen are now equipped with observation packages.
Order! Secure and hold! Run! Get over there! Relocate! Move, goddammit! Get moving! All right, get us over there. Hey, man. This lousy patch of dirt is on. Steady up. We're getting plastered over here! Squad, use grenades! Bust out the metal, boys! Get over there! Promotion just came through! Move your ass! Go! Let it rip! Or move! Get to that point!
A capture point is being overrun.
Drop one on their goddamn heads. Get moving! Ready to lock it down! Hurry! Move! Get to that point! Enemy is flanking! Get out of there! Move it!
Crowds show 300 points on their line.
Or infantry! Get over there! Set full out of there! Enemy got us, man! Coming up on the
75mm gun ready for action.
Relocate! Go! Get out of there!
Trying to close in on the med bunker.
Get ready. Break it down. Make ready and move.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
Square yourself and stay together. Square the troops away. We're moving out. Let's go. Crew ready. Get us the fuck out of here! Fucking hit! I need cover! AT gun! Neutralize! Get moving! That's it! Get out of here! Go! Stand ready! Get the hell out of here! Move! Okay, ready yourself! Nail him! Try to outflank him! Retreat! Get back to the line!
We lost a gun crew!
Incoming fire! Lock it down! Hurry! Run! Get over there! Get that thing ready to move! They're hitting our flank! Dial in display for fuck's sake! Move! 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 Power plant hit! Take us down over here! Go! For it! We have orders! Move! That's it! 42 has to style orders! Shut up!
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Armor ready. Driver move out.
A capture point is being overrun.
Been promoted! Fuck it! Get out of here! Get back to the CP! Give it all she's got! Go! 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 Gunner, engage! Move it! Troop, make ready to move. Nuts. We got orders coming.
Dispatching an M3 half-track to the battle.
Steady up. What the hell am I meant to do with these?
losses are now down to 200 points.
Think he's saving for a King Tiger? Or is he all 3
We're
tracks?
losing a capture point.
Yeah, probably trying to. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense though.
Watch for my hands. All right, men, let's move out.
Ready. Let's get moving.
Shot over!
Let's get a move on. Getting hit! Getting hit! Drive!
Be ready!
Push hard! Stick to the plan!
Sit. All right, get us over there.
Let's get this over with. Go! Move it! Target! Fire HE! We're pinned! Down! Shoot! Scoop up! Grenade! Move! Through that weapon! Turn it on up! Ready to copy! MG-42! TOT!
Field promotion just came through.
Move her out.
Orders! Go mobile! Team movement! Enemy in order! Take it out! Back it!
Drive! Drive! Drive!
Go, damn it! Fire! No! Fall back! Fall back! Fall back! Fall ready! Fall back! We're about to get our hands on it!
Go! Go! Go!
Fall back! Get the hell out of here! Enemy tank is cutting us off! Infantry! On your target! Keep low! They're hitting our flank! Ready to come! Lock it down to move! Hurry!
Driver, hold position.
Alright. Still gotta keep pushing the truck though.
Watch for my hand signal. On your feet, get moving.
Move out of there! On their heel! Covering fire! Rounds inbound!
Christmas comes early. All right, men, let's move out.
Shake it out! We're moving! And bring that damn Browning! Move it out! Let's go!
Squad is back to full strength.
Ow.
A capture point is under attack.
Keep on! Can't afford to lose it! Get your action out of there!
Secure the ammo so we can get out of here. Tank support is here. Sherman ready. Driver, move us forward. Driver, get her moving. Let's go.
Watch your sector!
Move us out.
Taking effective fire!
This place. Get
Get us out of here! Move! Get to that point!
Move us out. Move us out. Engine. Fire! Get. Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Move the right flank!
Black is down. Black HQ.
Move, goddammit!
All right.
Move! Get to that point! Contact! Get over there! MG-42! Watch the counterattack!
Driver forward. The rest of you stay alert.
Get moving! I want that position secured! Hey, Redhead! Go, go, go! Receiving fire! Hurry the fuck up! Don't get hung up! There it is! Now go!
Move us out.
Watch your space and follow me.
Set, go! Drive! Drive! Enemy armor!
God damn it!
Give
I'm
it all
taking it
inside!
secure!
Go! 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 Floor it! This place, for fuck's sake! Move! Move!
Get him moving! Everybody! Hit the dirt! Get the pressure fire!
Armor ready! Target shield right! Engage!
Enemy has us right down!
Ready! Go ahead! Good effect on target!
Got a Panther.
Strike zone! They're moving on!
Yep.
Get us the hell out of here!
Pull back!
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Fight down the hatches! Promotion! Get the hell out of here! Move! Use cover and concealment! Hit that goddamn armor! Contact!
Get it done, boys.
Don't stop! Move! Get that weapon! Get back to the CP! All right, Drew, make ready to move out.
Stow those damn rounds and get this thing moving.
Where the hell is that bomb? Get enough
Snipers down to 100 points.
Break her down.
Well, let's grab your shit
out.
and
Let's
follow
move.
me.
Stay behind the shield. Contact. Ground infantry.
Move out. Button her up.
So there is
Alright,
double
get us over
Panthers
there.
somewhere.
A capture point is being overrun. They have only 75 points remaining. Sherman, driver, get us over to that point. Boys, you ready to roll? Armor ready. Driver forward. The rest of you stay alert. Taking fire! Get it moving! Get us the fuck out of here! Set, finish! Go, go, go! Display for fuck's sake! Move, move, move! Clear fucking hit! Drive, drive, drive! Go! Get out of their strike zone!
Come on, internet, don't fail me now.
Press your attack.
It's okay, we
You're
marked
down
it.
to 50 points. Bail out! Bail out! Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Get
us the fuck out of here! Engage armor.
He's stunned
Okay, guys.
by the artillery.
Do it now.
Or was.
No one expects the airburst rounds.
We're on fire! We just lost a medium tank.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. Get us over to that new position.
At least I still got my Vent 2 crew.
All right, get us over there. Ready. Let's fly. Get us the hell out of here. Here with the coax.
Stand ready.
Enemy contact. Where's he at?
Under fire. Pull back. I'm hit on that fucking point. It's too heavy. Pull back. On your feet. Move. Get to that.
Get us the fuck out of here. They only have 25 points remaining. Give it all she's got. Go, go, go. Incoming.
Oh, Jesus, 17-pounder right outside the base.
Of course.
Target dial-in my azimuth. Send it.
Let's move out. Go. Stop it.
Send. Go. Floor it. Get it moving.
Get over there. Run.
Drive the attack. They only have 10 points remaining. Coming from.
Order. Get it moving. Contact.
I feel like they might have given up.
That's it. The battle is ours.
What do you think?
They did lose both tanks to airburst, so...
Yeah, that's fair. I might be a bit triggered by that too.
Alright, I'll play
I
one.
love Airburst, to be honest. It's such a great ability.
This'll... Alright, last... If we're going for one more, it'll be my last one. I'm not
You
going
don't-
for
you
another
don't wanna
5-hour
support-
stream. Huh?
Exactly. Exactly. Another 5-hour stream. Let's go.
No.
You don't want to see more 17 pounders burning a new base.
Unless I'm making massive Twitch bucks in it, I have other stuff I want to do as well. Like, I'm still like, technically I'm an affiliate, but I'm still waiting for my one emoticon that I'm allowed to be approved. My one emoticon.
What will that emoticon be?
Oh, it's just my... Oh, it's like my image, right? But rather than the rifle pack corn, it's just the original pack corn, as I call it. You know, like my weird avatar thing, which is this weird... was supposed to be like this weird living acorn, because Mario. I wanted something cute and adorable.
No tsundere. I think this person might be a tsundere. Do you ever get the thing in real life where someone's like, "Ah, you're Chinese. What do you think about manga?"
Think about what? Manga?
Manga.
No, I haven't got that, and I don't think I've ever got that, so...
I heard it once. It was great.
Yeah, well, I've never got that.
You gotta go down like south.
Oh, great, we gotta play
and
super
south.
serious now. It's J for Jet and Tovis. Alright, time to crack some
Oh.
skulls.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm crossing in the woods, out of all things, so this is gonna be...
No, but like, you go to like Alabama or some place where they don't have a whole lot of it's like all these families have been there for like 200 years. All in. Then they try to be polite, and it comes off wrong.
Get your gear. Moving out. All right. Capture and secure that area.
Okay, I'm gonna go airborne. I'll
I'm
rely on pack howitzers for artillery.
Got capture orders.
Somehow I feel like land mattress will not work against these guys.
Well, because they're actually probably good players, so...
Exactly. They know what to do about it.
Okay, counter bomb the hell, or just bomb the Tommies to hell.
Shake a leg. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm thinking special weapons. It's always safe.
Also for the crocodile for your endgame.
Yeah. Plus the resupply half track for the victory.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Moving out. Let's go. Listen up. Here's the deal. Capture and secure that.
Alright, target secured, moving on. I haven't found anyone. I'm wiring off center. We're trying to.
Steady up,
Most people are gonna try doing the very much sniper strat.
got orders.
Oh, I think our counter for me for it's probably gonna be smoke spam or hidden pathfinders.
Mags in. We got capture orders.
And you go to bot.
Take it, land over here. We're taking fire. Listen up. Squad, get ready. Squad, get ready. Go, go, go. Drop those.
Oh, your rear shot mid.
An infantry
Oh, no.
unit being wiped out.
Get ready.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Moving out. Let's go. They're wise to us. Hang on a sec. Let him have it. Okay, moving along. Got orders to capture ground. Moving out. Let's go. Okay.
Pathfinders on station and ready for action.
Moving out. Let's go. Contact. Ground infantry.
Did you just immediately upgrade 5 man?
Okay, move it along.
That's for my second squad.
Listen up. We got ourselves captured. Take that ground! Move, damn it! I want that position secured! Run! Get over there! Orders!
A capture point is being overrun.
Get on that point! Get to that point!
Pathfinders reporting in.
Listen, bust out the metal, boys! Promotion just came through!
A supply line just got cut off.
We're on the hook over here! Pull back! Moving out, let's go. Secure and hold squad! Drop those crowds! Move, goddammit! Captain! Move your ass! Go! All right,
Still the MG.
Alright. Yeah, I'm doing pretty poorly on my side. I haven't even got my tech out. Captain.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll put us a field cache.
Did I double team aside? Oh no, they came back here.
Yeah, I wiped Pioneers and MG42 on my side.
Knock it off. Okay, move it along. Reinforcements in. All right, you.
Gotta save a bit to go tier 2 and get my meds. They haven't had the fuel on my side at all. So. I'll start diverting resources to your side.
Captain just took the battlefield. HMG are available for paradrop. A capture point is under attack.
Run! Promotion team! Get to that point! Squad, get moving!
Squad on your head. All right, Jake, get out. Control formation.
Give me cover! Orders incoming! They're coming right up the middle! Listen up! Orders! Get the hell out of here! Contact! MG-42! Go! Move it! Move! Get it going! Contact! Contact! Grab's giving us some trouble here! Secured! Stand! Move, goddammit! Spread out on that area and hold it! Fall back, goddamn it! We just got promoted! Rock! Stay together! Contact! Get down! Move! Get it going!
Special delivery. 50 cal dropping in.
Stand by! Go!
Did he drop?
Run, goddammit!
Yeah. Because I've been kind of AFK on my side. I went tier 2 and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you
And I wanted to heal my guys up.
Orders!
Green is green can be. Well, grab your shit.
Go! Get moving! Orders! Run!
Airdrop runs now available.
Get ready. Let's go. Put some beep in. Knock it off.
Get your gear! Moving out! Get the lead out! We've got 90-day wonders fall in!
Upgrade your away. Systematic.
We're moving!
Let's go. Looks like a bucket there. Okay, moving along. Let's get this
A capture point is being overrun.
Enemy contact! Over here! Listen up! Listen up! Field promotion! And rock! Stay together!
I wish I had healing. God, the ambulance is so expensive at this stage. I want paras.
Orders! Move your ass!
covering the approach. Get out of there. Move it.
We're getting chewed up here! Over there! Let's move! Go!
Oh, he went snipe.
Stand by! Go! Move! Get to that position! Go! Get moving! Drop everyone!
Heavy truck waiting for deployment.
Move! Go! Contact! Hit it! Go! Move it! Listen up!
You guys know what to do. Come on, fellas. Let's go.
Goddamn drone infantry! Get to that position! Move! Just got ourselves a get over there! Run!
That was flat, crack.
57mm AT gun
Yeah, I'm
down
going AC,
deployable
over.
by
Yeah.
air.
No, black track's down, I got him.
Alright.
As in, he pretty much ran past my 50 cal and ate a bazooka shot.
You don't. Let's reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. Gather up with me there. Spread out. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Back to full strength.
No, don't kill me. Whew, he missed.
That received accuracy bonus on the retreat as well.
No tangling with terror. All in. Move. Time to step off.
capture point is being overrun.
Enemy contact! Taking fire! Zeroed in here! Point out! Move your ass! Get to that point! Ground fire! Run! Run! Drop out! Run! Bust out the metal, boys! Promotion just came through! Ready for orders! Stand by! Get over there! Run! Order out! Go! Go! Run, goddammit! Get moving! Move! Go! God damn it! Attack! Taking fire! I want that position! Get it go! Run! Move it!
Be advised. Paradrop inbound. Stand by.
Listen up! Grenade! Move! Fall back! Grab 42!
We just lost a unit.
Listen! Run! Stay together! Pull out of there! Get out of here! Fall back! This is not good! Under fire!
Yep, directly what my parents said. Dropping into combat, this is not good.
Ready to go! Move! Go!
Drop complete. Everyone here?
Envelop and hold! Get on that point! Run! Run! Set up the monitor! Go! Capture complete! Stay together! Hold it up! Move! Get it going! Cut him down! Enemy rifleman! Run! All right, gang! Let's go! Get it going! Move!
That's right, apparently when my parents are stuck in the barrels.
Lock it down! Hurry!
Oh,
Listen up! Get it done, boys!
I'll knock them out.
Thank you.
Listen up. Let's get this over with.
Get the lid out. We've got orders.
About time.
Airborne assault commencing. Stand by.
Looks like squares break it down. Be ready to move.
Take it out. Okay, move it along. Back to full level. This is it. Listen up.
Shit. This sniper got me.
Yeah, I'll start pushing. I'll start pressuring.
Looks like we're going in. Round them up.
We come in with a massive flank with Paris.
Airborne on the ground.
Make sure you're squared away. Get ready. Time to step off. Set up the monitors here. Hurry it up.
Don't film me on the internet.
We can sure use some Thompsons up here. Take them down! Get enemy back there! Rip them another attack! Make it happen! Contact! Get down! My squad! All guns on that MG-42! Shake it up! Listen up! Go! Get moving! Run! Run! You go! 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 Run! Go! Get out of there! Move it! Stay together! Hurry! On the hook over here!
Just blob out. Move.
Get on your way! Move! Go! Run! Stay together! Move! Go! Stay together! Move out! Go! 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 God damn it! Taking effective fire! Make it happen! Step up! Get it going! Run over here! Get over there! Get back!
We lost a gun crew.
We're live! Keep it down! Stay with your partner! Unit down!
Oh, GG. Very well
I think
played.
you did all the hard
That was
work.
a nice.
but What did you do in there?
That
Just
was
a half
a-
track?
Huh?
Just a half
That's
track
it.
push?
The battle is ours.
Yeah, the half track push and AEC jointly. And that just completely cut him off and wiped a whole lot of shit on her.
Yeah, all I did was throw a big blob into the center cutoff.
That was pretty good though.
Surprised
That
you
was
didn't
fun.
reach endgame though. I was
That was
thinking it
probably
would.
one of our. That was probably one of our best games.
I don't know. I pretty much lost all my rear echelon in the early game. I was not paying attention at all. I'm like, oh, they're just gonna get the wire set. It shouldn't take that long, right?
Yeah. I got the brace or what it was for my infantry. I always get it after my second built Tommy, so I have 3 Tommies out. And then after the fourth Tommy, I immediately get grenades. And nobody expects it.
So was it 3 Tommies into 5 man into grenade? Tommy into grenade?
Yep.
Well, it's pretty much to say, if you're gonna fight me, you don't fight me with infantry. Don't fight with infantry.
It's to say, if you have a machine gun in a garrison, good job. If you don't...
Alright, but that's probably gonna be it for me. So,
Alright.
thanks for joining me once again, Fortune. Don't continue to climb that 2v2 ladder to nowhere.
Oh yeah, we'll be #1 in no time. Professional MLG.
Yep. Well, anyways, I hope to everyone in the stream, I hope you enjoyed it, and this will be miragefla, signing off.